welcome to the show that I will not be giving the intro to.
Welcome to this.
Dylan, that was your cue.
That's what I call a smooth transition, my friend.
This is our
Dylan,
friend
that's your
Marshall.
cue.
I was giving for a moment to
Dylan.
stop suffocating on his drink.
Thank you. I appreciate
Now
that.
then, now that we've got that out of the way, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Natural One RPG, your favorite show to watch on Twitch and probably not anywhere else. My name is not Marshall, it's Dylan, and tonight I will be taking over the GM role as we explore a different type of game than the normal campaign that we run. Tonight we'll be playing a variation of the game Kobold Endeavor, which is written and created by Grant Howitt. It's a one-page RPG, doesn't follow the traditional D&D rules, it's just kind of this smaller, shorter, ideal for one-shots type of game. If you are interested, you can absolutely check it out on Grant's Patreon. That's patreon.com/GSHowitt with 2 T's. Definitely go check it out. Support him. He's written a ton of other one-page RPGs as well. Things like Crash Pandas and Honey Heist. They're all a ton of fun. Really great way to get people into, tabletop gaming in general. Or if you just want to, do some improv fun. And there's going to be a lot of that tonight. So thank you, Grant Howitt, for making this game. And thank you guys for joining me for what will be a very, very chaotic one-shot. All right, so today we have 4 players gathered with us. As the name of the game suggests, they will all be playing kobolds. Kobolds with some very particular sets of skills.
Wow.
The game will be run in the quote-unquote Kobold Endeavor rules, wherein actions are performed by rolling a d6 as opposed to a d20. A lot of the actions will actually be performed with smaller dice rolls instead of your traditional d20s, d10s, things like that. And we'll be covering all of that as we go through the game. But for now, let's if nobody's got any further questions, let's hop right into the story, shall we?
Ooh.
Make it happen.
Can kobolds even hop?
Can kobolds jump? That's what I want to know. Can they make a basket
I don't think so.
from the 3-point line?
I don't think so.
Gentlemen. The world of Escarlian is a world of fantasy. It is a world of perilous adventure, of magic and sorcery that ignites the sky and transforms the landscape. It is a place of mythical beasts, legendary artifacts, knights saving princesses, princesses saving princesses, geckos saving money on their car insurance, and maybe, just maybe, a dungeon or two. But all that, you got this, but all of that is just scratching the surface. Literally. You see, beneath the surface, anywhere from 14.5 feet to about 117 feet down, lies an entirely different world, filled with catacombs and caverns, dead ruins, and living societies. Within an endless web of tunnels and dwellings exists a unique race of lizard-like creatures called kobolds. Over the centuries, kobolds have formed their own little kingdoms and villages separate from the surface world. One such kingdom is Koboldken, spelled Koboldken. Home to approximately 86 kobolds of varying shapes and sizes. Wait, I'm getting a notice here. Yep, okay. I've just been informed that 3 of those kobolds have tragically died in a rock slide incident. Sad thing about kobolds is, unfortunately, they tend to not live very long. They have very short lives, but they tend to be very adventurous ones all the same. As I was saying, home to approximately 83 kobolds of varying shapes and sizes, Koboldken is a modest little kingdom. And our story begins at its very center, in the main hall, as 4 kobolds, led by a 5th, make their way to the throne room of the self-proclaimed Dragon King. The four of you are in a great hall in the center of the Koboldkin nest, as you sometimes refer to it. Koboldkin is split into a variety of caverns and caves, interconnected with these long, winding tunnels. You're all pretty familiar with the sleeping quarters, of course, and the armory, which is really just kind of this small pile of arrows and busted swords that have been found from dead travelers that have tried to peruse the caves and met untimely fates. But most of you are unfamiliar with this part of the kingdom. You're heading straight towards the king dragon himself, the self-proclaimed king of the kobolds that you know and love. And you are being led there by his right-hand man, his top assistant. He is a pure white kobold, stands a little bit taller than all of you, very slim, and he wears these elegant gray robes with kind of a gold lining to them. His ears are somewhat long, and he's got a bit of a lizard-like frill that comes up and has been slicked back. He walks with purpose. Walks straight forward, leading you all behind him, and as he walks, he speaks eloquently and calmly. Well, all right, everyone. I'm glad that I was able to round you all up pretty quickly, though admittedly some of you could have been a little more faster and prepared. Nonetheless, the king is waiting, so let us not tarry too much more. He has been anxiously awaiting to see you all, and frankly, so have I. You have all been chosen for a very special quest, a very special one indeed, and I'm sure he will be happy to tell you more once we reach the throne room. And indeed you do in a short pace of time. You pass two kobold guards, though it's hard to call them guards. Really, it's just two kobolds that were volunteered to sit on other side of the king's door and are currently arguing over a chicken leg. You kind of pass by them without much more than a wave. As you enter into the
Is one of them holding this chicken leg?
Pardon?
Is one of them holding this chicken leg?
Oh, yes. One of them is holding the chicken leg, and you can see the other one is kind of staring daggers at him. His eyebrows are furrowed, and he's just kind of like growling to himself, like... As you enter the Great Dragon King's lair, you see before you this much larger cave that's kind of been dug out. The walls are all dirt and stone. Interspersed throughout this cavern, there are piles of gold and jewels, all kinds of trinkets and treasures that have been accumulated over the months and the years. There's also a few skeletons posted up on the wall with very decorative plates of armor on them and various trinkets. You can tell that these were probably really noble folk up on the surface world who died somewhere somehow and whose corpses now make for an excellent accoutrement for the king. As you walk forward, you see before you, illuminated by a cacophony of candles, a very large, very plump kobold. Or maybe it's a dragon. It's hard to say. He's just so thick. It's just hard to tell. Round belly, big green scales, large snout, little stubby ears, and big wide eyes that are staring down upon you as you enter into the room. The white kobold that's with you stops, immediately goes into a deep bow, and says, "Hello, my lord. I bring to you the kobolds that you had requested for this important task." The King Kobold looks at you all. The King Kobold looks at you all, raises his arms up, and says, "Hey! Good to see you all. Welcome to the lair. I'm the king. That's me, the King Dragon. How you doing? You probably haven't seen me before. I count I'm the king. Only certain people get to see me. It's okay. I understand if you're a little shell-shocked, a little shy. I'm not gonna bite you. I ain't gonna hurt you. I want to be your friend. Let's be pals. All right. First things first. Reginaldus. And he points to the white kobold, and the white
Sorry.
kobold says, "Yes,
I know it's
yes,
not the
what do you
voice you're
need?"
going for, but the entire time all I could think of is him eventually just going, "My name's Markiplier," and I'm like,
All I can think of is like we're gonna accept the quest, and then the kobold's gonna go like, "Oh yeah, it's all coming together."
All right, Reginaldus, you know what to do. Tell them, tell them what's going down. Reginaldus says, right. I did think that you wanted to, you had said before that you wanted to do the introductions, and the king dragon, he smacks his head, goes, you're so right. Oh, Reggie, you always keep me on top of things. You always do. My name is Reginaldus. Yeah, you got it, Reggie. I like to call him Reggie. It's a nickname I gave him. It's really cute. He loves it. I don't like it very much. He loves that nickname. Anyway, so here's the thing.
loves it.
I've called you all here for a very important mission, as I'm sure Reggie has told you. And you can just see Reggie just like audibly rolling his eyes. So, as you can see, I am the King Dragon of Kobold, and I like treasures, and I like trinkets, and I like gold and silver and jewels and all those things that are really shiny. But I gotta be honest with you. I've been looking at some of the other Kobold kingdoms nearby. Some of them, they seem like they're a lot better off than we are right now, and I can respect the hustle. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little jelly. I want some of that gold and clout for myself. So, me and Reggie here, we've been talking about the neighboring kingdoms. And he happened to bring up our fine neighbors over in Koboldkinsville. You see, Koboldkinsville, they're a lot bigger than us. They got wider tunnels. I believe one of them stole a shovel from my dryad at some point. I don't know the full story. It's very complicated. But anyway, they got wider tunnels. They get more gold down there, and apparently, they've got something else that we can't beat them at. You know, the kobolds over in Koboldersonville, they all make art, and they do it for free. That's right. They don't get paid for it or nothing. They just make art all day. And they give it to people. They don't even keep it for themselves. And then some of those people, they decide to just give them gold in return. I don't understand how it works. It doesn't make any sense. But what I
People
do
eat
know is
these
that I was talking
paintings?
with...
Are they
Pardon?
food?
No, they're not food per se. They're paintings. They'll take like this white or like yellow stuff. These flat things that they roll them out. Then they like draw stuff on them and they make like caricatures and pictures on them.
I don't
Hey
understand.
man, that sounds really swell.
Why
Craziest
take
thing I've
something
ever-
if you can't eat it? I don't understand.
I don't get it either. You know, if I could eat this gold over here, I'd eat it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think you got the right idea. But
Why
you know,
don't we try it right now?
I'll try it.
Just like one. What?
Would you?
That wouldn't hurt.
I'll try it.
The Dragon King leans in. He leans down from the top of his throne. Would you do it? If I dare you? Hey, we're being real serious right now, okay? I need you to look at me.
I'll do it.
If I dared you to eat that gold coin right over there, would you do it?
Yes.
I'd do it.
Yeah, man. You
No, me
you
first.
gotta do it.
Do it.
Yeah,
We both do it.
they'll both do it.
Did you?
And there's no take-backsies. I want to make that very clear. You don't get to do take-backsies when you got to eat some gold. That's just how things work around here.
Do you have?
Have you never wondered? Because I have. I have wondered.
I get that.
Today's
Reggie!
a nice day.
Reginaldus goes, yes, my lord, yes. Reggie, I want you to fetch 2 gold from atop that pile over there. I want you to give it to that cute little kobold right there. And we're gonna see if he's actually gonna eat this gold right.
Shout
man,
out
he
to
thinks you're
immediate to choking to death at the first part of the session.
Reggie
Yeah.
pauses for a moment, and you can see there's just like this look of just sadness on his face. And he sighs and just goes, "Yes, yes, my lord. Very well. I will."
You got this, Reggie.
Reginaldus, he like shoots a look at you, and then he walks over, pat, 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 walks over, picks up 2 gold pieces, kind of carries them over to you, hands it to you, Bennett, says, "Please do us all a favor and do not choke on these. We really do need you for this mission." And he hands you the 2 gold pieces.
I give no promises.
I like hold it up and like look at it a little bit. I smell it like an onion, you know. Test the malleability. Just eat it.
Yeah, zero hesitation. Just
Oh,
down the hatch.
All right.
oh man,
I
they're
need you to
gonna
roll a
die.
d6 for me.
All right, awesome.
Ale to wash that down.
Here we go.
Ale, I got
6. I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 3.
The Dragon King claps his hands together. Very good. Oh, that was impressive. This guy knows how to eat. He knows how to
He
eat
knows.
things that you don't normally eat, and then he eats them.
Yeah, man, he knows how to swallow that shit.
That's pretty good. I like that. That's top notch. I know that I can rely on you guys now because I just watched that Kobold eat some gold. That's how I know. That's how you test it. Reginald just rolls his eyes again. All right, enough pallywhacking around. All right, we're all friends here. We're all bros. We're all having a good time.
Oh, we not
But
clapping anymore?
we gotta get ready for this mission at hand. Like Reggie was
Oh.
saying, it's a really serious mission. So if you don't mind me asking, I'd love if you all could go ahead and introduce yourselves. Why don't you tell us what your names are and just tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your flavor? Go for it. Well, why don't you start? Yeah, kid with the hand raised. What you got?
I am Tibley Shinklepap. I made that name up because I never knew my original name. Probably didn't have one, all things considered. I searched the evergreen lands for the greatest meal.
Did you find it?
No.
Hey, look at
you
me.
know when you did.
Look at me.
I'll know.
It's all coming together.
I knew going in. I knew that it would just be.
Dude, Emperor's
I
New
knew what I
Groove
was
is like my
going
favorite
for.
movie.
No, the real crime is that none of us are named Peter, so you can't go, hey,
Yeah.
Peter.
Hey, Bader.
Hey,
Let me
Peter.
over that egg, Bader.
I need to grab a drink. I'll be back in like a quarter of a second. Ugh.
Well, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, Tibley. I appreciate that you're making the effort. Look, we don't always get what we want. You know, you gotta keep trucking. You gotta keep trying. And I respect your candor. And I think you're gonna do just fine. You! And he points at Franny, your kobold. He says, "Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? What's your name,
Ye-
pal?"
Yeah, man, no worries. What's my name? Hang on. I gotta talk to the
I was
spirits.
gonna say,
real
are you high?
quick. You don't know that. You a cop?
Kobold's cop, man.
What? Why would you ask?
My name is Hieronius Croc because PG-13 means I can't spell it without the R. You can call me Croc. I'm just here for a groovy time,
And
man.
that part is why. That part is why, everybody.
I got my name because my 4 other brothers went on to become ninjas, but they didn't like the way my name sounded. Didn't go with the whole naming dynamic they had. Also because I'm kind of high all the time. You didn't hear me say that.
I definitely didn't say that.
You're high on life though, right? Because this is a P-13 show.
Yeah, man. That's why I spelled my name with an R. Haven't you been listening?
No,
Yeah.
I'm like choking on the school coin. It's giving me a little
In the background,
Little
you can hear,
poisoning.
you can hear this other kobold in the background, like every while he'll be like,
But yeah, man, I'm just a
Ow.
he's
regular.
still alive. He's still
I'm
moving.
just your regular turtle kobold, and I think that guy behind me is dying.
Oh, he'll make it through. He just needs a moment, little breather.
Yeah, man.
No, he'll be fine. Hey, glad to have you here, Heronius. You know, some people might say that your reputation's a bit of a crock, but I say it's all right. I
Hey,
think you're gonna do just fine.
I saw who you did there, and I'm a little bit offended, but it's okay.
Hey,
I take
You
my
there.
new defense to that.
hey, you there? And he looks at Jade's kobold. What's your business? If I have the pleasure.
I'm Storm. I was named that because parents were trying to think of a name, and my dad finally had a Brian Storm. That name. Oh, hold on.
Oh my god, I didn't get it until now. Oh my god.
Better.
Holy crap.
You guys want some or
Nah, man, I'm all natural.
all right, well, if you guys need anything back there, wash it down. I got you.
Brian, I gotta be honest with you. The whole time, all I was thinking about is how your last name is Storm, and that's badass. Pretty cool.
Thanks.
Reminds me of like thunder, or like when the rain stuff happens. It's pretty cool.
That range stuff.
Glad to have you on the team. Hey, Chokey the bear. Yeah, you doing all right?
I'm good.
Gonna be okay.
I dislodged it over there now. Back in the cellar. Well, it didn't taste really good. I've had better.
Well, keep that in mind. Hey, what's your name, bud?
I'm Gordon, chef extraordinaire. That's all I do, really.
You're a chef. You've been making food for us, haven't you? That's what I've been hearing. You're spend a lot of time over in food storage, and you make us a good meal. Tell me, can you make cold cereal? Yeah, that one's pretty tough.
Cold cereal.
Yeah.
No, it's impossible. Absolutely, completely impossible.
Well, hey, when you figure it
Wait.
out, let me know.
If you now that I've tasted the gold, I think that that might have just been the spice that the cereal might have needed.
Melt down the gold and drink that,
There
and
we go.
it'll.
I'm gonna need.
Take notes on this. Reginald, this is like looks around. He's like, no. So I was not.
We can
I
get-
wasn't taking
we
notes
can-
at all.
What am I paying you for?
Man, Reggie, you know how to write? That's cool, man.
We can get the.
Reginald, this, and yes,
gold
I do
sellers.
know scripture.
We can get the gold for the cereal delivered straight to my room. That's the best climate biome for gold storage, I think, for consumption. That's what I think we should do. You should get on that, later.
You
That's
know,
what I think.
you're a charismatic fella, and I think you might be onto something. So how about after this mission, when you all come back alive and safe and sound, and not at all permanently damaged by what you're about to experience, we can we'll get that taken care of for you right. So, anyways, on to the main event. As I said before, Koboldersonville, they've got this huge pile of art that they've been making, and apparently, from what I've been hearing, they've actually managed to get the attention of the high elves up on the surface world. for some reason, they're like super in love with this stuff. So they're actually, if you believe it, they're throwing this big old fancy art show for the Kobold up on the surface world where they live. It's gonna be a real big shindig, and they got a lot of people there, and a lot of the Kobold's most prized art will be up there as well. So I'm thinking, wouldn't it be really nice if we had some of that art instead of that?
I do hate when other people have things I don't have.
Yeah, you know.
It really grinds my gears.
Yeah,
I don't know what a gear is.
Elves is gonna be difficult. Are you sure we could do it?
Oh, don't worry. I got total faith in you, and I've also through Reggie, of course. Reginald, sir. My name is Reginald. Through Reggie, of course, I've gotten a couple top men to help you out. They'll be able to take care of it from here. So
you guys
now that
want
you
us to
all
do
know the score,
it?
Reggie here is gonna take you over to the other room. You guys are gonna plan this whole thing out. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna eat some fried chicken. I'm gonna feel pretty good about myself. This has been a very, very productive day.
You should work
So
on that
yeah,
cold
thank you
cereal.
all, and oh, by the way, whoever brings back the most treasure, I'm gonna make them the next heir to the throne. Okay, see y'all. See y'all when you.
What?
Hey man, that sounds pretty
What
cool.
was that? Is that last bit?
Reginaldus takes you all, and he kind of shoos you out of the throne room as you follow him out. Just come along, come along.
What was
There's
that?
much to do. I'll
Reggie.
see ya.
What?
Hi, buddy. Treat yourself.
You all head out of the Great King's lair. Doors close behind you, and you are quickly ushered by Reginaldus into another room off to the side. He brings you all in, closes the door behind him, and says, "I'm very sorry about that. The king is a very enigmatic fellow."
Seems like
What?
a cool dude. He hurt my feelings
Nonetheless.
only twice.
Yes,
The
well,
record.
what he says is true, nonetheless. The High Elves do seem to have taken quite a shining to the Koboldersonville Kobold's artwork. And if we play our cards right and work together as a team, we could potentially take some of those spoils for ourselves.
Spoils!
And then we...
Woo!
Yes. Whoop it up, yes. And then we would
Yeah.
be superior to Koboldersonville for the first time in many a decade.
So all we gotta do is go in there and do some mass genocide, huh?
We
Awesome.
don't. That's actually
The-
quite a bit more.
No,
That we were-
no, we don't.
You see his brow furrows, and he kind of looks. He's like, no. Heronius, that's not quite what we had in mind. If we do our jobs effectively, there should be very few, if any, casualties.
Well, that's
This
no
is-
fun.
Heronius, this is a sneaking mission. We
Oh.
need you to go in and
Heronius
be
puts
as
on a
stealthy as
bandana.
possible. So, to help in planning out this mission, we have indeed recruited 2 individuals who are more expertised in this field. Gentlemen, if you would like to come out. And out of the shadows, in the kind of the back 2 corners of the room, step first a rotund, squat goblin. An older goblin, skin dark green, black matted hair, tangled, what appears to be some sort of big old cigar clenched between his teeth. He walks forward. He's got these suspenders made out of like rough cuts of leather, holding up these burlap pants, and he's got just kind of this rough looking shirt on. He walks forward. He says, "Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing
Everybody
fine.
here? We got everybody for the big gig.
Yeah, kobolds
thing?
rule!
Yeah, kobolds. Hey, it's enough over there. Calm down.
That's a weird looking kobold.
Don't get cheeky with it. I am not a kobold. I'm a goblin. And don't you fucking forget it, all right?
Hey
It's a
man, live your
PG-13
life.
show. Don't make me swear like that. Anyway,
I know, man.
allow
I have to
me
spell my name with a
to
non.
introduce myself. My name My name is Ulysses Mobjaw. I used to be a pretty heavy hitter uptown, by which I mean above the dirt. I was in a thieves guild. Things got a little hot, got a little dicey. So I
What is this
made my way
guild?
underground. Decided to operate further away from where the common folk could reach me. Got in touch with Reginaldus here, said he had a job lined up. And
His name is Reggie.
Is that so? Were you lying to us the whole time, Reggie? Reginald, like, his face gets a little red and he's like clearly steamed. He's like,
Reggie, you liar.
that's not who I am. My name is Reginaldus. It is always
What?
been Reginaldus, and it always will
Oh
be.
man, I'm sorry.
Reginaldus Ratchet, to be precise. All right, well, yeah.
Sounds like a nerd.
You know, I gotta admit, kind of sounds like a nerd. You got that right. Bit of an egghead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you kobolds rule.
All right, enough. All right, enough of the punchlines. All right, we gotta get serious here. This is a big job, my friends, and I understand y'all are greenfoot. You ain't never done this type of work before, so I gotta give you the up and up on how to go up and up. All right, you understand me? We all clear? We all know what we gotta do?
Yeah, man, only like 50% clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Destroy those elves.
Take
Take their nerd art. Yeah.
Mass genocide.
Reginald just cuts in. Well, really, I do want to emphasize we don't need to destroy or disintegrate or just remove any of the high elves. They are very powerful and important people. I don't think it's a very good idea.
Shut up,
to
nerd.
do that.
I lean up close to Brian and I go, what was their name?
Shut up, nerd. Kobold.
Who are these people again?
Nah. We'll take their art. We'll take it.
That's right. The
See
name
what
of the
happens.
game is art thievery. Alright? This is not gonna be easy. Alright, this is a big challenge. Now here's the deal. I'm sure either Reggie or the King told you, but they got this big fancy gala that they're throwing, where they're gonna
Bless
hang up
you.
all the art, and they're gonna have it on display for all these highfalutin society types. Not just elves either. I mean, we're talking humans. We're talking tieflings.
Those don't exist.
A what?
We're talking big door people. Everybody's gonna be there. So, you know, you gotta expect a significant crowd, and with a significant crowd comes significant security. They're gonna have a lot of guards posted. You're not gonna be able to just walk in, take some artwork, and walk right back out. It's gonna be a tough cookie to crack. And I would know. So what we went ahead and did is we sent in one of our insiders.
Wait, they have cookies?
They don't. As far as I've been made aware, they do not have cookies. I didn't get any information that suggested as much. Reginaldus,
I get
do
very,
they have
very
cookies?
sad.
It's okay, man.
Can you check
Here-
on that for me, Reginaldus?
Very
His eyes.
visibly
Good.
upset.
He says, "I'm afraid there are no cookies, as far as we are aware. Perhaps when you are on site, you will be able to locate some, but I cannot guarantee it."
It's fine, man.
But you're
Yeah, real
saying that there's a
close.
chance.
We got real close to Reggie and like, you better not be lying to us. There better
I
be
promise
cookies
you, I am telling.
Just like leaning like, this is on you, Reggie.
there. You better not be lying to us.
I'm looking at Brian. I have no idea what's going on, man.
Look. Anyway.
Reggie, I
the
swear to
main
God. If you're telling me that there's no cookies, I swear to God.
Let's see here. Yeah. Hey, Tribbley. Roll a d20 for me.
15.
You see with your beady little kobold eyes that Reginald is. There's a moment where his face flashes, like his expression changes for a brief second, and he becomes almost like visibly unhinged, and his eyes flash red, and then it's just gone. He's just completely back to normal. It's the same old guy that you met like 25 minutes ago.
Oh man, this is a disturbance in the force.
All right, let me bring out my other guy before we start throwing things at each other. All right, we got work to do. Hey, come on up, bud. And out of the other shadow comes a very thin, reedy kobold, crimson red. He's got noticeable scars all over him. A bit of his left ear has been cut out. He walks with purpose, but also seems to kind of slink a little bit. He walks up towards you. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
How's everything going? How's we shaking up? We good? Yeah, we're doing all right. All right, everybody. I want you to meet our inside guy. All right, this is Kip Kleptofferson. All right,
Hi,
he is
Clip.
the best in the biz at getting into a joint, casing it, and getting it. All right, now our boy Kip, he went into this gala just the other night when they were getting everything put together. Disguised himself as a waiter, and then got us some significant intel that we're gonna use to plan out this heist.
Hey,
I
man,
take
congratulations.
it away, Kip. Yeah,
He was
I'm
in a
proud of
tent?
him. I'm proud of him. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Is that a what?
Said he was in tent?
No.
He was in a tent?
No. He had intent. He was intending to. He was planning to. You know, like he was like, I'm gonna do it. I got intent to do the thing. And then he did the thing. Kip, take it away. All right. Yeah, you got it, boss. All right. Hi, everybody. My name's Kip.
Hi, Kip.
Thing to know about me is that I'm really good at thieving, and I'm also an Aquarius. All right, so here's the deal. I went ahead and disguised myself as a waiter. They did not suspect a thing on account of all waiters on the surface world are meager subhumans who apparently do not get a living wage. But that's besides the point. Not
Hey,
really my
man,
business.
power to the people. That's unfair.
Not my thing. But here's the deal. I got in. This gala here, it's in a pretty big building. All right, it's 2 stories actually. They got a main floor and then they got a second floor. And it looks like the first floor is gonna be kind of this big ceremony place, where they're gonna have tables and chairs and a big stage set up. The second floor, that's where they're keeping the goods. That's where all the artwork is gonna be. These priceless paintings and sculptures and all this tomfoolery's being kept at. So here's the. While I was disguised as a waiter, I went in and I tried to draw you guys a point map layout, if you will, a blueprint. But it's not blue. I'm sorry I couldn't make it blue. Time was limited. All right, couldn't get the dye. Long story, but I did get you guys a
Fine,
layout.
man.
If I can draw your attention over here, and he's gonna out of game, you avert your eyes to the Roll20 screen. In game, you look at this kind of stack of papers that he's thrown onto a barrel. All right, so if everybody looks here, so this is the first floor of the gala. It's kind of like this lobby section. Real nice, fancy place, real schmaltzy.
Wait,
one
did
I
you
was
move it? Did you
overhearing-
move it yet in Roll20?
Yes. Let me see. You
I
should
appear-
be
there we
seeing
go.
it in-
Oh, there it
Okay,
is.
there we
Yeah,
go.
there it is.
I was saying I appear to still be on the kobold.
Yeah, there was a bit of a delay on that. Okay. So yeah, this is gonna be the first floor of the lobby, real schmaltzy place. There's gonna be a lot of people down here, all right? I'm thinking what they're gonna do is they're gonna kind of hold all the ceremonies and the dinners here. That's what the other waiters was saying.
Hold on, I got a question. If you could draw
Yeah.
this good, why do we need to steal the art? We could sell this.
Because well, let's just say I've done a few jobs that went a little off, and I be in the public in any capacity. If I were to sell my work, which I appreciate you calling it a work of art, by the way, it's real nice of if I were to sell my work, you know, eventually it might get traced back to me, and then that's it. I'm locked up. I'm in the gin joint, and we can't have that. All right, I got a life to live. So getting back to the real meat of the deal.
This drawing
first
looks like
floor-
Croc.
It super does. This
Got
here,
a gobos in here.
all right, so this here first floor. Let me tell you something. The first floor, we're expecting to have guests converging at these tables right here. All right, they got these round tables all set up. Guests are all gonna be sitting there. It's also gonna be.
It kind of looked like that one like shit. Like wow, big robot.
Off in a corner, we're just all drawing on the side. We're not paying attention.
I'm paying
Hey,
attention.
Hey, listen up, you goons. All right, so here's the thing. All right, you
Yeah.
got the entrance right down here. This entrance is gonna be it's gonna be watched by 2 guards. All right, it's not gonna be easy to get in. All eyes are gonna be here. All the other guests are gonna be coming in through that way. It's probably a nose goes as far as we're concerned. If we do go in that way, I mean, you're gonna have the security booth on the left. You got coat check over on the right, and then right here they've actually
So
got a
that's
check.
not a ghost picture.
No, it's actually not a ghost. If it was, it'd be an upside down ghost. I mean, at
Oh,
that point,
man.
I'd be worried about the ghost's safety. You know,
Okay.
I'd be concerned.
I'm afraid of ghosts.
So
Can't
it's
touch 'em.
not the
Don't trust 'em.
haunted coat room of nightmares.
As far as I'm aware, it's not a haunted coat. I did not detect any ghosts or supernatural beings.
So you can't confirm that it's not a haunted coat room.
It will be soon.
You know, if I'm being 100%
What do you
honest
mean
with
by
you-
that?
Look, if I'm being honest with you, I can't confirm nor deny either way. I just went in cased the joint and got you guys the info you needed. All right, I'm a basic kobold. I just do what I came here to do.
Hey, man. Love yourself.
Yeah, appreciate that. All right,
Yeah.
much appreciation. But anyway, let's get to the meat and potatoes here. We ain't got much time. All
Where?
right. So you got the
Time is a concept.
you're gonna have 2 guards at the front here. You're gonna have probably somebody here at this table checking everybody in. From what we were seeing, they're likely gonna have guards positioned over on this side as well. And on this side here. But here's the thing. If you notice, back here behind the stage they got set up, there's these 2 exit doors out the back. I'm thinking that's probably going to be our best way in. We're only going to have 1 guard positioned at each of these doors. So if we can get past them, we'll be able to come in. And I reckon, if we can time it just right, you might be able to come in through one of these doors, come out from behind the stage, blend in with the crowd, and then make your way possibly up these stairs here. Or maybe come on through, go up these stairs here. Now, here's the other thing. If we're going to get past these guards, we're not going to be able to rely on just conventional weaponry, alright? These are very tough guys, and they're going to sound an alarm. They're going to make a big deal if they realize that you're here to steal the arm. So,
We're getting sharps.
Ulysses cuts in. All right, folks. So this is where you come in. The reason we chose you off for this job is because, from what we understand it, kobolds specialize in one thing and one thing only: distraction.
Euthanasia.
Woo! Kobolds rule!
I thought it was to eat food.
Nah, everybody can do that. All right, everybody
You
can.
think that's what you think?
I'm just saying, that's what I know. All right, I've been on the surface world. I know what's going on out there. Everybody eating food all the time. It's not a freaking special ability.
Yeah,
Special to me, man.
but have you done it like a kobold can?
This
No,
man.
I
knows-
ate a piece of gold earlier, and you're gonna tell me that it's the same?
Look, man, what you do in the privacy of your own den is your own business. All right.
It was in front of the king. I will not be selling my name of eating.
Yeah, man, it was pretty litty, bro.
Mobjaw kind of he like shares
My
a look
God.
with Reginaldus. Kind of
It was
like,
litty.
these really the guys. These really the guys. A turns back to you guys. He says, "Look, here's the thing. What you guys specialize in is making distractions. All right, and that's gonna be our key to making this heist happen. All right, you have to make distractions using whatever you got and whatever you got's in the field. All right, to get past them, make your way to the priceless art, and get it all collected. So, let's go around. I want to know what each of his prime distraction abilities are. What do you specialize in distractions for? Let's start with you, Talkie over there. He points at you, Tibley.
First thing I do is I start a fire. But I don't do it in front of everybody. Accidents happen. And then I point for the fire. Tell everybody to run and panic.
That is a pretty good distraction, not gonna lie. That tends to get people running in the other way pretty quickly.
Yeah, I know.
What else you got?
I sometimes start that fire with my fire breath. They tend to notice that one sometimes. But it's okay, because sometimes they're distracted by the fire.
I see.
Hey, man, that's pretty litty, too.
I get it.
Pretty lady.
I really have to go to the bathroom over there.
Litty.
All right, well that's all dandy. That's all well and good. What's your I don't know. I feel like kobolds like you gotta have at least two things you're good at. What's the other thing that you're good at, pal?
It was the pointing. It was the pointing and the fire.
Ah, you were too good. You did too good of a job.
Fire and
Putting
fire
them together.
accessories.
I got confused.
It's okay.
You've tricked me. You won the Dungeon and Dragon. All right. So he points to Heronius. I knew what you got. What's your specialty? What you bring to the table?
I got a knife. I pull out a knife.
Hey, that's pretty good. That tends to be pretty helpful. But hey, just so you know, between you and me, as much fun as it is to be stabbing a few people here and there, if you do it too much, you're probably gonna cause suspicion, and might raise some of the guards' attention. Just be hasty with that thing. All right?
I also got a bomb.
Okay, that's a smoke bomb. You just got a smoke bomb. I don't even know where you pulled that from, but all right. Yep, that's the thing.
Also, my preferred way of killing people is falling on top of their heads in my turtle shell.
Right. And all of you, even though you've been with Heronius for like a good time now, you realize for the first time that he is actually more of like a turtle than an actual kobold.
Bless you, man.
He's got a turtle shell, and his arms and legs are almost more turtle-like.
Hey, man, I don't judge him for being different.
Hey, that's good.
But yeah, no, give me a weapon and I'll know how to use it. And then all the items are magical. You're Kobold. Because everybody's magical until they die.
That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fine,
Somebody,
man. You
I
won't
think
have
you need
much
to
time
slow
to
down
practice.
the hibiscus juice. You know what I'm saying?
You have hibiscus juice?
Nope. Nobody got that. All right.
Why you holding that?
You there? He points at you, Glorn. What you got going on? What are your distraction specialties? What you bringing?
Oh, so as you can clearly see from my invaluable recipe advice with cold cereal, I am a master chef. My food wows the people. No one after eating my food can even possibly pay attention to what they're doing because they're so enamored by the deliciousness of my food that, they'll never be able to tell. I'm also a gigantic liar. So, lying and cooking, those are my two specialties.
Oh, why
Wait,
couldn't two of us get the I only tell the truth, I only lie?
Looking through the list, it's like I wish to God I got sales. I would have had so much fun.
Listen, I gotta be honest. I don't know if you're lying about the cooking thing on account of you just admitted to being a liar. Maybe you're lying about liar. I don't know. You're really.
That's not for you to know.
It is though, cause I'm trying to help you plan a
That's
heist
not
here.
for you, no.
I need to know. I gotta be able to trust you guys.
Okay, fine. This is the truth. I can cook very well for distraction purposes, and I can lie very well for distraction purposes.
Alright, that's what I want to hear. That's good stuff. Hey, you there? Points at Brian. You, what you got?
Is bottle, cask of wine, beer, grease.
Oh, you're a walking slip and slide over there, huh?
The stuff.
Yeah. All right then.
Want a drink?
No, I'm good. Thanks. I'm trying to stay straight. PG-13 streaming. All right, so let's here's the deal. This is where it gets real tricky. Now that I know what your distraction capabilities are, Kip, I think it's time we let him know about the second floor. Kip rubs his hands together, takes the parchment of the map that he had shown you before, and then he flips it upside down. And on the other side,
Transmutation circle. I knew it.
whole different map that looks just like this.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Second
all-
floor.
He says, "All right, so yeah, this is the second floor. This is where they're keeping all the art and the valuables. So, as I was kind of saying before, I reckon we probably, let's see here. Hold on, I gotta do a thing here. Yeah, there we go. As you can see here, you're probably gonna come up either this stairway right here, or possibly this stairway right over here. When you do, a thing to know about this section down at the bottom is that they got guards posted right about here. and here. And it looks like, from the intel I received, they're possibly going to have a guy. Well, excuse me. We're going to have a guy
Drink.
running up and down this aisle right here as well. I don't reckon it'll be impossible, but, you know, there's definitely going to be some challenge. Now, over here, at this second stairway, there's going to be quite a few doors here, and a lot of them might be locked up. So, we're expecting to have less guards, but, you know, it might also be more difficult to get in through those locks. Nonetheless, if you do manage to make it up through there, you are going to encounter possibly a guard here. Might have a guard in this room. And you will most definitely have some guards in this room. See this big one here? This whole shebang right here. This is the main event. Alright? This is the Northern Hall. This is where they're keeping the largest pieces of artwork.
So where is the North Hall?
What's the north?
It's the big one I circle with the big red circle.
What's a circle?
Yes, I see the circle, but where is it when we get there?
Yeah, is there going to be a circle on the ground? How will we know when we're at the main event?
Man, these
You'll
guards
know.
look weird for X's.
You'll know because you're going to get in there and you're going to... The biggest and most expensive pieces of artwork you've ever seen in your friggin' life, alright? And you're also gonna see these,
Got it.
You're gonna see these big, like, column things here, these kind of T-shaped columns, and you're gonna see this big old wall right here, alright?
Question. I don't see any guards on this map. Where will we know where they are? How will we... Do you know where they...
the red X's I'm writing on this map right now?
Oh, that's a guard? They
So
look like red X's in real life?
The red X's are gods. I can't guarantee they're gonna look like red X's in real life, I'll be honest. They're probably gonna look more like high
Really? How?
armor. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Okay.
That's like.
Yeah.
That's like.
got it.
eye-opening, really,
High
honestly.
elf.
High elf.
Got
High
it.
elf. I think you'd be good. What's your name? With the high elves.
Yes, Hieronymus would be good with the high elves. I agree.
I think you'd be very good with the high elves.
Yeah,
What's up? I fell asleep.
exactly. We'll be fine. We'll be just fine.
Hey, man. Who do I need to kill? And I pull out the knife again.
All right. So just so you knuckleheads get it, this room with the big red circle around it. That's the Northern Hall. That's where all the biggest goods are at. That's where all the biggest treasures are gonna be. But there is gonna be the art and the treasure and all that jazz all throughout this second floor. All right. Now here's the deal. I'm gonna step outside the curtain for a moment. When yous goons find any artifacts or artwork or anything like that, you're gonna roll to see just how much of it you're able to grab. All right. And once you grab it, you're not gonna have another attempt to grab it again. So I hope you roll high. All right. So now that you've had a chance to see the first and second floor, I want to hear you's inputs. What are you thinking? You wanna try to go in from the back, or you gonna try to go in from the front? What you thinking is the best idea?
Do you still have that waiter costume you used?
As a matter of fact, I do, but it's just the one waiter costume. It's gonna have to go to one Kobold.
Alright, so if... Oh,
Hey, man, we can't go through the back without permission. Let's go through the front.
I mean,
if we go in through the front, right, I got the waiter costume. I bring in a tray of beers or wines. Maybe ales?
Well, they're high elves. So Hieronymus, as our
Yeah.
resident high, what would you bring?
Iced tea, man. Yeah, shit's litty.
Excellent. We shall bring the iced tea. What is the iced tea?
I don't know. I just made it up right now. It's probably not a real thing.
Amazing.
Do we have to go to
They'll be
RI's
so enamored
RI's
by our
Anna?
invention of the iced tea.
We have to go to RI's Anna first.
It'll be perfect.
I hear there's a new sport called golf, where a man of the name Palmer knows of the greatest iced tea recipe known to man. Word has it,
Don't
there's some sort of citrus fruit within the
don't-
tea.
don't fucking spoil the sequel, man. We haven't gotten there yet.
The citrus fruit makes all the difference.
I'm sorry.
The great Arizona tea heist is in the future. It's not now. You're skipping ahead. But anyway, all right. So you're thinking maybe you're gonna try to sneak in through the front. What are the rest of you goons doing? All right, if he's gonna come in as the waiter with the alcohol on the cart, where are you goons gonna?
All right, we just need one big slingshot. And then we can
Jeez.
launch into
I
the
get-
second floor window.
I can be the bullet. I just gotta go in
We
my
all
shell
will have
like
to
so.
be the bullet.
But I can hurt. I just go into my shell. See? I'm a bullet.
I appreciate you all wanting to go medieval with it, but I'm afraid we can't really source a catapult for this mission. Again, the aim of the game is we got to get in there as stealthily as possible. Alright?
You know what's really stealthy?
What's that?
front entrance.
Smoking the enemy out from the house.
They can't even see us.
Set a fire in the back. They go to the back to try to stop the fire. We go upstairs,
Birds or away from the fire?
and then we kill them all.
You know, yeah, almost had me there. Yeah, they had us going in the first half. I'm not gonna lie, but when you got to that part about killing all of them, I got a little more concerned.
I was raised by a rat.
That's I'm very
But he
sorry.
didn't pick me.
This ASMR. Franny.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Yeah. So yeah,
Alright, look,
we set
All
fire
I'm
to the
saying
back.
is, if you got somebody posing as the waiter, he might be able to get in pretty good. But there's still gonna be those two guards posted at the front, as well as the person at the check-in desk. And from what I could tell, they're probably not gonna let a bunch of silly old kobolds like us in. All right, this is a gala for highfalutin types.
Can I see the other side of the fantastic artwork that is
Yeah,
the map?
absolutely. Let me flip it right over for you.
Oh,
There you
Ah,
go.
there it is. It is a Gundam, yeah. Let's see here. There's no windows.
It is a Gundam, yeah. That's all I needed to know.
As far as windows go, we got a couple of them. Let me go ahead and I'll mark them here for you. What we could see, we had there we go. He pulls out like a little crayon. We got here got a window right about here that you might be able to get in through. There's also gonna be a window. There's windows right by the back here, by those back doors. And they're thinking there might be one more window over on the right-hand side by the coat rack. Yeah, so those light blue X's there is gonna be your windows.
Okay.
So we could go from the window to that wall.
To the sweatshop.
Till the sweat drops down my back.
Damn
I
you,
heard the females will
PG-13.
crawl.
Down, skeet, skeet. Oh, wow.
Wow. That's.
What did they say in the music video?
Wish I could tell you.
I don't remember.
I'm so sick and tired of the show.
How sturdy are those windows?
We already
They,
took out the slingshot idea, so who cares?
They don't got. I said catapult. A catapult we're not gonna be able to do. It's too big and it makes too much noise. If you got a little like hand slingshot, you know that's a whole nother story.
Hey,
Look,
man, that's a good idea.
those windows.
If you just build
They
a
don't
big
got any
got
glass in them.
slingshot, all
But
you
they've got,
need is
like,
the
a
rubber.
wooden- But they've got like a wooden quick invent rubber. All they got is like this
what the
wooden
slingshots are
cloth
made
on
out
the
of.
inside.
So this is what I'm thinking. Brian here goes and opens up a window. That's how we get in. Then we kill everybody. With my knife.
And then I pull out my gun.
I'm just, at this point, I'm just gonna pretend you're not saying the whole killing everybody thing. It's less liability for me. I'll just kind of wash my hands of the whole affair. But yeah, it's a solid plan. Maybe you get to one of them windows. Go ahead and break it open, and then you'll be able to get in that way. Maybe be able to head up one of them staircases.
Yeah, the
Get
one on
yourself
the
up the second floor.
left side.
Gotcha. Yeah, you there, Brian. When I went like 10%.
I don't know why that makes me laugh. Hey, you there, Brian?
I went like 10% Peter Griffin for a sec. Brian.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Brian.
Oh,
Alright,
hey,
Brian.
Peter.
Oh, Peter. When you get in the front with your weight outfit and the alcohols and all that, what you thinking? You want to group with the other kobolds once you get inside? Go up that same stairway?
That would probably be the best idea.
Alright. I mean, hey, once you get in there, me and Mobjaw, we're not gonna be there with you. Is the thing. So once you guys get over there, the choice is yours. It's your decision how you want to go about it. All right. So if plans need to change, then they could change. Bada boom. That's what I'm saying. All right. Hey, I like that we got ourselves a bit of a plan figured out. I appreciate it, and I love it when a plan comes together. I love it when a marriage falls apart. So,
If you're happy,
without further ado,
Hold on. Run
Here,
that
I'll be
one
right
back there a little bit. Just a smidge.
what are you talking about? What's the matter?
Nothing? Nothing, bro.
Listen, I already told you I'm an Aquarius. All right, that
Oh,
should give you all the
Okay,
information.
that's
you
all
need.
I needed to know.
that gives you all the info you need.
I thought you were a Pisces.
No, he
He
said he's an aquarium.
He said he was
Literally,
Aquarius.
Mobjaw, Kip, and Reginald, this all look at you, Brian. I'm just like, and then look back.
No, Brian. He said he's an aquarium.
Oh.
I like fish. I use fish in my cooking at times.
And
You're an
I
Aquarius.
feast upon it.
Could you get me a fish at some point? Could you? Do you have one like in there? In there? Or there? What about there? Probably a lot of fish swimming around there.
Not allowed to have fish anymore on account of they keep getting electrocuted.
Brian.
Reginald steps in and says, "All right, everyone. So do we understand the terms? Do we understand what we have come here to do and how we plan to do it?"
Absolutely. I
Steal the
understood
art.
everything and will retain all of the information.
Take the art, the big art.
Each
Very
one of you
good.
guys knows the good one at starting fires.
Yes, fire. I believe that was Sir Tibley. Tibley, I believe, is our pyro expert.
Hold on. Oh, hold on.
Hold on.
Plan figured out. Here's what I'm thinking. Who's in my group and my fire in the backstage? Kind of just spread it out like a fuse. Spark up your fire. That way. Dave's too busy looking at the smoke. The wasted booze. Oh no, hold on, that's a bad idea. Let's not do that.
Don't worry. I
Save
know
the-
what to do with my fire. It's not the first one that I've started. It won't be the last.
And hey,
I'll put out every fire you make. Fire. I ice. I do the ice. I don't know if we said that.
speaking of fire and ice, you're bringing up a good point. Now, use Kobold. You all got yourselves a little bit of that breath weapon, a little bit of that pop. I want to make sure you understand that is a precious commodity. Us kobolds we got a glandular. We can't really breathe our breath weapons as often as some of them dragons can. Right? So, if you gotta use your breath weapon, make it count, because you're only really gonna be able to use it once in this entire heist. Alright? So make sure you know exactly when you want to use it. Okay?
Speaking of fire and ice, that got me thinking about the duality, the kobold nature. Have you ever thought that we waste our lives, our most, immutable thing, the most fleeting thing in pursuit of material possessions?
Come on!
What? Kobolds rule! Okay,
I am
what I was talking about before. But let's go get this on!
way too wasted to understand what you were talking about.
Kobolds rule!
Alright then, that's I'm gonna have to take that as a yes, understood. That's yep, definitely inspiring a lot of confidence in use.
Have we ever let you down yet?
I have never met you before today, so the answer would be no. You got me there.
Exactly!
What I miss?
Alright, so Reginaldus steps in once again. Everyone, if you are ready, if you understand the stakes at hand, the time has come for Operation... I actually do not have a name for the operation.
Operation
Operation
Kobold
Kobold
Rule!
It's unanimous.
Cool.
And it is settled.
Oh,
Operation Kobold's Rule.
Kobolds rule!
Yeah, man.
And with that, the scene transitions. We fly through endless
Yeah.
tunnels of dirt and rock, and we find ourselves on the surface world, teeming with various creatures and oddities, buildings and skyscrapers and trees, parks, all these things that you aren't normally
What?
used to in regular Kobold
What
life.
are these trees?
There's so many trees below ground. But anyway, soon enough, you are all standing a measurable distance away outside of the building where the gala is being held. The place is indeed enormous, and you can see droves of elves and tiefling and human alike all filing their way in through the front door. Reginaldus turns to you all. All right, everyone. This is it. This is the gala. From here, it will be entirely up to you to carry out the job. Steal as much art as you each can. Bring it back for the Dragon King. And one more thing. Obviously, in high-stakes situations like these, you may occasionally fail to perform a task as needed, and the stress of that failure can accumulate over time into what we like to refer to as misfortune. Gathering too much misfortune can cause you to go awry or otherwise bad end. So, between you and me, if you ever feel that the amount of misfortune you have is quite high and you'd like to reduce it, you could sacrifice some of that art you've found. All you would have to do is make a quick prayer to the Dragon Queen. I know she isn't mentioned much in Koboldkin because the Dragon King insists that he is the one and only ruler, and I do respect his rule, don't get me wrong. Not at all. But, all the same, if you ever do find yourself in quite a bit of misfortune, and you do have art on hand, you need only say the magic words, Tiamat, Tameramot, and offer your gold and art, and some of your misfortune will be taken away.
So
Think
what was it
fondly
one more time?
Tiamat, Tameramot.
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. One more time.
Tiamat, Tameramot. Look, I can't shout very loudly. This is a stealth mission.
Dylan.
We must be quiet.
Dylan.
It's fine. We got this.
I see you, Dylan.
I was hoping so.
That was me. That was me.
I'm ready, my dudes.
All right. What else was there? Oh, yes! I just remembered. And he pulls out from the pocket of his robe these 6 very small little precious stones. These black, almost like obsidian shining stones. And he takes one and places one in each of your ear. Each of you gets one in your ear. And he explains, this here is a special
Stone in your ear.
It is a magical sending stone. It'll allow you to communicate with each other and with me at any time. Alright? If you have any further questions from me, you can use this to communicate with me or with your other teammates.
Is this it? And
Sorry, what was that, Brian?
does the ear thing read my mind too?
No, silly. That would be the Emerald Rock. This is obsidian.
Oh.
Hey, Reggie,
Oh,
can you
with
hear me?
enough obsidian, I hear we can fight some dragon. A portal to the dragon we could make.
I'm
Oh.
sure you already have enough notches in your belt, Mike.
Hey, Reggie, can you
I
hear
might
me?
need to craft a few more.
Reggie,
My name,
I'm standing next to Reginald, by the way.
My name is Reginald. This is Reginald this Ratchet. Please call me that and not Reggie.
Could I call you
I'm sorry.
Colonel?
Sorry, Reggie. There seems to be some interference. I love you.
Reginaldus. I'm trying to sneak past these guards. But the puff of my kobold breath keeps alerting.
2 things with the stones that you must keep in mind. First of all, Yes, you are required to make this gesture in order to speak through them. Otherwise, they will not activate. Anytime you need to speak through them, be sure to do this. Secondly, be careful. Speaking through the gems does exude some bit of noise, so don't do it in a crowded area, or people will get suspicious.
Hey,
All
hear
right.
you loud and clear, Reggie.
Good. Very good. Well then, chaps, I wish you all the best of luck. Get as much precious artwork as you can for the Dragon King. Go, Kobolds!
First bathroom break.
Oh,
Gorm will be right back.
I give Reggie a hug before we leave. Thank you.
Reggie just kind of like sort of pats your shoulders like, yes, that, you will be fine. You will do good work, I'm sure.
I'll kill them all for you, Reggie.
Don't do that. You do not need to do that at all.
Yeah, I waddle away.
your
That is
name,
against my
Reggie,
wish.
I shall murder.
As their life leaves their eyes, I'll make sure they know of your name. Reggie.
Do this. Reggie.
I'll tell them that your body is ready.
I don't know what you're referring to there. Anyhow, I wish you all the best of luck on your mission. I have to get going. I have to go play Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo. No.
I was really hoping that the Dragon King would say that.
And so Reginald, this with a huff, turns. There's a flash. He swings his robes around, and in a flash, Reggie disappears. And now, it is you, Kobold, outside of the gala, ready to perform your first and possibly last grand heist. Yeah!
Yeah. Let's do this. Brian, you know what to do. Because I don't.
Where are we?
Okay. Move.
So, your position, if you look at the map here, your current position, I'm going to go ahead and make a little object here.
Question. This is in
Yes.
character.
Yes.
Who are all of you? Where are we? Wow, there's a lot of
Get-
people here.
I heard the toilet flush. I'm sorry. Hey, man. I'm Croc. That's Brian. Corn's over there. Taking a dump behind that tree. Oh, so that's a tree.
I could only hold
Okay.
that up for so long. I'm just kind of
All right.
standing there with like a open face smile like a dog.
Alright, so, on the map of the first floor, you all are currently a good distance away as marked by this green square right here. Right there in the corner. Yep. So right now you're out of sight of any of the guards or any of the people that are at this gala right now.
I'm gonna start putting on that waiter costume.
Alright. It takes you a little bit of time, but you're able to kind of into it because it was worn by another kobold. You don't have to really worry about the size or anything. It fits well.
Damn, man, that fits you pretty well. Jesus.
The Gamera? What was it? So
Hey,
anyhow,
man, that fits you pretty well.
Wow.
Oh, hold on. Before we get in there, I'm gonna need.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
See, I can see this
Wow.
happening.
Wow.
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 Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Well, those drips are definitely in character.
Let's fucking do this.
I think he died.
All right.
But has been reborn.
Alcohol's an amazing thing. Everybody should drink it.
I've been
At
drinking
any
a lot
age.
today.
At any age.
Give it to your children.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. I was gonna say. All right, let me just drag this down a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right.
All right, Kobold, and Kobold. Floor is yours.
Kobold,
outside, Gala.
rule.
No one can see you right now. Brian has just put on his chef's outfit.
I wish to sneak up towards or I'm gonna go around. The rest of us should go around towards the back end, see if there's another door.
Won't we
yeah.
go in
sounds
that
like a good
window?
idea.
I thought the plan was the window.
We need to get to that window. I thought was the window on the second floor that you were gonna open.
Nah, man, it's on the left side.
Right.
Now left.
Right. Let's
No,
go to
left.
the left.
I love the left. I was left at home as a child.
Just like the world like stops. He's just like wide eyed. Like, at home as a child.
Hey, man.
I thought one day I would feel the touch of my mother's love. I did not.
Hey, man, it's
Stop
okay.
trying to push an Oedipus.
All right.
It's okay, man. I was also
Let's
on
calm down.
Just know that it never changes.
All right. Let us sneak into the trees.
There are some trees
I'm on
located
it.
nearby.
We but on the left side.
Yep, over on that left side there. Who would like to sneak into those?
I will.
I'll also go. We
I'll
ate
watch
gold together,
Confused
so
with
we are
this in.
tied for life.
The two of you that are sneaking into the trees, go ahead and roll a d6.
A D6. Got it.
I have one of those. I rolled.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, is that a nat one?
All
It's
right.
not a D20 roll, so no.
It is not a. Yep, it's
Oh,
not
okay.
a d20 roll.
I was gonna say that seems kind of like crap. The percentage, the statistical chance
Yes.
of rolling a nat one is so much higher.
That's why our
Think of how
rule
many
is only
times
based
we
on rolling it on a D20.
Yeah.
So what you're
Our
saying
sh-
is we should do it now.
Our show rule is entirely exclusively based on the fact that it must be a D20 roll.
So you got a 1. Glern, what did you get?
Who? Me? I rolled a 4 card.
A 4.
A 4 out of 6.
Okay. So those are both failures. In Kobold Endeavor, anytime that you perform an action, you will roll a d6, and you must get a 6 to succeed. Any other number is considered a failure.
Oh.
And when you roll a failure, whatever amount you did roll is how many misfortune points you will have.
Oh my god. What?
So,
Yes.
if you've got a piece of paper on hand,
I
you have to
do.
feel free to keep track of how many misfortune points you have. If you reach 20 misfortune points,
I just died.
something
Tragic.
very
All
bad
right.
might.
So I got how many?
You rolled a 1, so you got 1 point.
Oh, okay.
Glern rolled a 4,
So you
he has
want-
4 points.
So you want to be as
Low
close.
or
Yeah,
high
You,
as you can
you
get.
either want
You
to
wanna
be
be-
as low as possible or as high.
You want a 1 or 6 is really what
Yeah,
you want.
yes, that's what you
Absolutely.
want. Yeah.
If
Okay.
you can't get the 6, you want a 1. Got it.
I'm
All
a
right.
fifth of the way to death, just
Welcome
like
to the
real
true
life.
game of Kobold Endeavor.
Just like real life.
So, The two of you, you attempt to like sneak into the trees. Were you gonna like try to climb the trees as well?
No.
No.
Well,
Well,
go into like if there was like either hide behind the tree
mhm.
or into some bushels.
Gotcha. Well, you try to go into the bushes or behind the trees, and both of you manage to trip on the same like really thick tree root.
Oh yeah.
Trip and fall like flat on your faces.
Shoot!
Hey man, I think it's going really well for me.
Ah!
Yeah, really good.
I'm going to need more liquor before this is over.
Yeah, man, everybody should drink.
Oh,
Shots.
I thought you were high on life, bro. Wow, it's like really bright there.
Alright,
Like,
my
real
man.
life when I-
We're waiting for
Alright.
you.
So the two of you have tripped. The rest of the group, you are still in your current positions.
They were heading off to see about the window, right? Or they were looking for another door.
No, we were going towards the side that the window is supposed to be opened from.
Okay, I'm gonna leisurely go over there.
You're just gonna kind of walk over there.
No
not worrying.
attempt.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So Heronius just kind of walks over there, not really paying attention to much anything at all.
Wait,
Um.
this art is. Wait, this is Kobold art? Right?
What are
What?
kobolds? What are kobolds?
Yes.
Hell yeah, kobolds rule!
So,
across the way. Oh, they made it.
question. If this is a Kobold art gallery, why can't we walk in?
I like playing as like a party of dumbass. It's really fun, not gonna
It's
lie.
a very good question. You probably should have asked.
No, I know.
Reginald
I'm
is,
asking
or-
this now.
Oh,
I'm
hold on.
legit
Yeah.
asking this now.
Reginald, why can we not walk in the art gallery? I thought that the art was made by kobold.
Oh yes. Thank you. Well, Glenn. Here's the thing. While they do value the artwork, they still consider kobolds to be inferior beings.
Inferior
looks like-
beings.
Yes. You see, Glenn, there's still a lot of racial tension.
Who are
in between
inferior
the kobolds
beings?
and the high elves.
Racial tension.
What is racial
Y'all wanna kill
tension?
me?
What's a race, man?
You see, Glenn, back in the Cold War, there was a major conflict going on between the high elves, the mid elves, the medium-low elves, and the well-done elves. This major conflict expanded into 3 treaties. Escalarian
Brian, you should walk in now.
as the treaties of Versailles. Now, all of that led to increasing tension. I don't fully understand.
We have a man down. I repeat, we have a man down.
Wow, Reggie. It sounds like there's a lot of complicated racial issues going
Quick.
on between our two.
Don't worry, I'll sneak over and try to get him back up.
We'll do our best to get inside without alerting the attention of the guards.
I rolled the 4 to
Exactly.
try to sneak back over.
Racism is a prevalent issue within our society. We wouldn't want to do anything to exacerbate this.
Alright, so,
Hey, man, that's a
Sibley, you
nice
said you rolled a
tree.
4.
Yes,
Add the 4 points to your misfortune.
yes.
So Tibley, as you try to sneak back, you manage to trip on the exact same tree root. You fall over on your face. At this time, I would like everybody to roll a d6 for themselves.
Ooh.
Am I adding this to the misfortune roll?
I rolled a 1.
Nope.
I also rolled a
Oh
1.
no!
You're not adding this to your misfortune at all. Just roll
Okay.
a d6 for me.
All right, 4.
4.
1.
I rolled a 1 as well.
1 and 1. Okay, add 6 to that.
7.
10.
7, 10, and 10. Congratulations. Those are your hit points.
Hey!
Oh,
Excellent.
God.
Tibley, in the process of tripping over this same route twice, you have now lost 1 hit point.
Ow!
Hey, man, don't be a baby. Just get up and embrace the pain. That's how you know
Yeah.
you're alive.
Just climb better.
I say,
idiot.
walking past him.
Just climb better, you nerd. Idiot.
Hey, we have a man down.
Best friend.
Lover.
All right, so Tibley, you did trip, but you get back up. You managed to regroup with Heronius.
Brian,
Mm,
are you awake?
Brian,
I need more.
get up.
Are you in there yet?
Remember the basics of sneaking.
I got it. We'll pretend he's awake and get him inside. We'll sneak in together.
This is a brilliant idea.
But first, I have to wear the outfit.
Well, we're doing a weekend at Bernie's sort of deal.
What's your camo index?
Who?
What? Dibley.
It was a fever dream I had.
Are you wearing the tiger camo? That's my favorite one.
Swear to God.
Okay, I'm done.
Swear to God, man.
You gotta pace them out.
Yeah.
Trust me, there's gonna be gold to mine from later. You gotta
Right. Hey, Reggie, do you remember our first date?
All right. I'm going
Let's
to
go inside.
attempt to take the clothes from Brian.
Okay.
Hey, man, that's illegal.
I was going to make a statement that a kobold would probably make, but I'm not going to.
All right. So, what are we doing here? We heading inside? What's the deal?
Well, Brian is relatively passed out.
Yep.
So I need to to invoke my master plan. I need to take his clothes.
Okay. Yep. That's Brian, do you allow him to take the clothes? Do you give him the clothes to wear?
I think he said yeah.
Yeah, I think he said yes.
Okay, there's a nod.
He hands you over the he's gonna hand the chef clothes, or the waiter clothes, excuse me. And you'll put those on again because it was already fitted for a kobold. It goes on with roll.
All right, now, Brian, you need to find a way. Strap your head in under the coat.
Like one of them big peoples.
Yes.
I have no idea what's going on.
I'm going to get Brian in there. While I am dressed as the waiter.
Hey, man, that's pretty tight.
It's a genius plan.
Go for it.
You're wrong.
All right, make sure you try to hold on. And I'm just going to start walking. All I do is start walking. I'm not like trying to hold him. I am just walking in.
Sure.
With
Yeah.
him.
Like I leave
So-
leave the area and start walking in.
Yeah. So it's a little trepidatious at first. You're having a little bit of trouble keeping the balance, but then you're actually able to kind of even it out, and you start walking forward towards the.
You
north
able to
towards
hold
the
on
front
there,
of the gala,
Brian?
right?
Up top, right on the head.
Wait, no, I was just having. Sorry, I didn't think the clothes were big enough to do any type of split thing. So I was just
What
gonna
we're
have you put
doing.
your head. I was saying put your head under the coat and then hold my waist, and then just hold on with your arms.
Oh, okay. So more like a centaur, and less than two kids in a trench coat kind of thing.
Yeah.
Weekends at Bernie's.
If you hide your head, they'll never see you.
I'm just drunk enough for that to work.
I'm just off to the side. Oh man, they're gonna die.
Sweet. Amazing.
I go towards the window.
All right. So the two of you are heading towards the front in your outfit. Heronius, you move towards the window. It is indeed a window that doesn't have a glass pane in it at all. It just has the two intersecting wooden bars that you would see normally on a window, kind of like the decorative grill that is across the front in this like cross shape.
But otherwise, there's nothing there to like stop me from putting a hand through
Correct. Yep.
or pull out my knife.
Okay.
And I start sawing at the wooden grill.
What? Does it have, like, teeth on the knife?
Nope.
Or is it... That's not gonna work. That isn't gonna work very well, bro.
Yeah,
Bruh.
you know.
Roll a d6 for me.
I can very well do that. That's a 1.
Oh, wow.
One?
It's the
Okay.
second best roll you can have.
You're gonna add one misfortune point to your total.
Ooh.
Awesome.
So you're trying to cut away at this thing. It's just not wanting to budge. This must be like poplar or some shit. Like this is some tough wood.
Yeah.
So as you can
Whatever they made this window with, like this wood does not want to be cut.
You're gonna need the bandsaw for this one.
Yeah, don't you know?
Oh, sure. You betcha.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hang there until I see them come from the other side to open it up.
Okay. So you'll just stay by the window then. The rest of you.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Can I
what's up?
fit if I go into my shell?
No.
Okay.
You would still be too large to fit in between because each of the actual window itself is like I'd say like it's kind of like a 26 by 28. It's not a particularly large window at all. So you would not be able to fit in between the grills at all.
Okay. Then I will just hang there. Just hang out, you know.
So the rest of you, Brian and Tibley, you are currently in disguise heading towards the front. Glurn, what are you doing right now?
I went, with, sorry, I'm still remembering character names. Brandy, what was your character name?
Heronius.
Oh, Croc.
Croc.
I was with Croc.
Okay. All right, so you and Croc are together, and then Brian and Tibley are together. Brian and Tibley, as you approach the front of the gala, you see it's got these very large, extravagant like stair steps that you should be able to get up with relatively no trouble at all. You are immediately swallowed up into this kind of crowd of people wearing very fancy dresses and gowns and outfits. People of all sizes and races that are coming in. A lot of them have like fans that they're fanning themselves with. Some of them are wearing, very decorative jewelry on themselves. As you approach, there is a high elf guard flanking each side of this large, double wide wooden door. They are each holding a pike in their hand. And they're wearing helmets and full regalia. As you approach, one of them looks to you and says, you're not very familiar. Don't recognize you. Who's this one? Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
The water knife.
What's your name?
I am Tibley Shicklepap.
Dibbler. He looks over at the other card. You know where you are. You know, Twizzle Snackledorf. The other elf's like,
Oh no, that's my cousin.
he run the union, and he's like, no, I don't think so. That'd be Timothy. Timothy runs the union.
I attempt to just keep walking.
So as they're talking to each other about the union, which is currently in the middle of a strike,
Good old unions.
you
Yeah.
just kind of go right in between them, just walk right through the front door without any trouble. You are now inside. Specifically, you are right here, where this circle is. So you're inside. You can see now inside the gala this extravagant, elegant ballroom, filled with all these socialites and high society people, various statures, who are all talking with each other, conversing, and you do see guards posted about. To your left, there is this kind of small little outpost section set up, with what appears to be a couple guards there, messing around with some equipment, speaking with each other. To your right, you can see that there are a couple elves are dropping off some of their petticoats to a smaller goblin woman who's taking their coats and says, "Yes, thank you. Welcome to the gallery. Thank you. Yes," and takes the coats and brings them inside, hangs them up.
Take your hats.
Take your hats.
Your hats.
Your head. And then in front of you, a little over to the left, you can indeed see the check-in table that Kip had mentioned before, and there is a human woman there. Looks to be about 5 feet tall, though it's hard to tell because she's currently sitting down at the table. She's wearing this really fancy purple dress. Her hair is white and really frilly and tied up in like this extravagant bun. She has a bunch of stacks of like parchment in front of her, and she has this really large red quill, and she's writing things down in the quill and checking things off as she speaks to each of the guests that are coming in to the main ball.
Great. That's great. I just walk this way.
Okay. So as you go to walk that way, as you walk that way,
I think we fooled them, Brian.
she looks up to both of you and says, "Oh, excuse me, dear. Yes, have you checked in with the other waiters? The waiting staff's supposed to be coming in around the back."
Oh. I didn't know.
"Oh, that's fine. That's fine. What was your name, dear?"
I am Tibley Shinklepap.
Timothy Shinklebap. All right. Let me check here. And so she goes through some of her parchment. She pulls out a stack of parchment. Appears to be a list of people who are actually employed for the gala for the evening. And she starts searching through the names, seeing if she can locate yours.
She's looking. She's looking at the
So
parchment.
she's not looking at you right now.
Yeah, I'm
She's
going.
looking at
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I don't know what she's doing.
All right. So you move. Which direction are you going now?
All right, I'm going this way.
Okay. So you're gonna move like straight left, going past.
I was
Outpost.
told to go left.
Yep. Okay. So she does not notice you right away. She is still looking through the list. It's a very long list. There's quite a few people working this event tonight. She does not notice you two slip right by and just keep on going. And you manage to kind of make your way around the corner here, so you can kind of see there's a small little space here where that window is positioned. And then over here on this side, there's a tiny little hallway that leads to presumably a staircase that heads up.
Do I see the window?
Yes, you do see the window.
I see there. That window. That must be it.
Open.
Can't see anything.
It's okay. I think I see window.
You
I
should
go to window.
Do I see them?
So you can see the window. The window is largely made of wood. You see that it does have, it's kind of like a wood cross structure to it. If you peek your head through it, you are able to see your two other kobold companions on the other.
Hey man, what's up? You made it.
Can I open
We've been
it
waiting
at
for
all?
you.
Come out.
Does it say, can I open like the window at all from anything?
You
like,
kind of
lift
look
it?
around. You're not able to
Push?
see any latches or anything on the window. It appears to be a completely stationary, like it's not even a single hung. You know what I mean? Like it's just like this totally stationary window with these like 4 pieces of wood in the center.
Ah. So pushing it does nothing.
Roll a d6 for me.
Oh, that's cocked. Haha! 6!
Hey!
All right, it's a success.
Victory!
You
I'll just like
extremely lightly,
just
just
falls.
casually, just push on it, and it falls right out of the frame. Just falls
Yeah,
down into the
shit.
grass. Doesn't even make a noise. Completely silent. Lands gently on top of Heronius, without a sound, and the window way is now completely open.
Excellent.
Hey man, good job. Come on, Corn. Let's go in there and destroy everybody.
Oh no, here we go.
I hop on in.
I would prefer to not destroy everyone, but I would like to go in.
All right, so the two of you scamper
We
on in
must
through
take
the
the
window,
art.
and now all 4 of you are inside the gala.
My God.
And to remind you, you are currently in this position right here.
Wait, hang it again?
Yep, sure thing. So you're gonna be in this position right now.
Okay, that's what I thought.
This little crook here.
I think I saw stairs right behind us. Follow me. As I'll go down.
So okay, so you're gonna like come
I'll
up and
go
around
back.
that corner.
I'll do the
Okay.
I'll just do like the corridor.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, actually.
Sweet.
Yep.
3.
Okay. Yeah. So you
Nice.
lead everybody around the
Right in the middle.
special. So as you come around the corner, you do see this large set of stairs that lead straight up, to
Oh.
a door. at the very top.
Alright, here, one second.
Yep.
I mean, I'll be going up the stairs, but
Yep, and for anybody who's watching, just so you know, the D20 roll that I just had Marshall do, that is not part of Grant Howitt's original rule set. There are certain checks and things that'll happen here and there where I'll have our team roll a traditional D20 instead of a D6. I'm going to reserve the
Ooh.
D6s for more specific actions and agency that the players take.
That's an audible, dude.
That's a
Yeah.
who what?
That's an audible. John Madden would be football. There's a lot of letters. There's a lot of letters in Ladanian Tablets.
Well, you know what he did is he went out on the other side of the field. Well, he could have gone to this side of the field.
What the Eagles needed is take the ball and get it into the end.
Marv.
Well, you know, Eli Manning is just a smaller clone of Peyton Manning. It's pretty clear. You can see it right there.
Right?
Okay.
Well, look, if the Lions are 3-0, it's got to be the apocalypse. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man.
Seriously though, how are the Lions doing so good right? Just
Dude, I
to like
don't know.
break immersion for a sec. Why are they
We-
doing good?
I don't think the world is like in a real like timeline right now. We're gonna like bust out of it into like like suck section off like a chunk.
All right, so all of you make your way up to this stairs, and up the stairs. I'm very good at it.
Yes.
And you find yourselves at a door at the very top.
I tried to open the door stealthily.
You're going to try to do it stealthily.
Yes.
Oh,
The
interesting.
the bandana's on my forehead. I just reach up, hobble a little bit.
Perhaps you should grab a die.
Roll a d6 for me.
I can do that. 4.
4. Okay, add 4 to your misfortune totals.
All right. I don't know who's keeping track of that, but 4.
It should be you.
It
Okay.
should be you.
Everybody make sure you're keeping track of your...
Mm-hmm.
And remember, you don't want it to get to 20 points. When it hits 20 points, something bad's going to happen.
I think you're at 7, Franny. Or was he at 8? I can't remember.
He was... Let's see here.
I rolled the 1 for the window. Then I rolled this 4.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
I think
think I've done
it's
So you
anything
get
else.
5. So you get 5
Yes.
then.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I'll try to open the door like living creature.
Elaborate. What do you mean by that?
Croc was probably like looking around and like the Metal Gear theme was playing and he was like, ducking behind corners and trying to
I think
like
he's saying he's gonna do it
open the
normally.
door. But I'm just gonna like walk up and open it like I'm a person looking for a bathroom or something.
Okay. Yep, so you go ahead. You just reach up, grab the doorknob, you turn it, and you pull it through. There's a very loud click. It goes like clink, and then you open it up. Nothing seems to happen.
Wow. Awesome.
Seems like everything's okay.
Hey man, we're in.
Everything's fine. Don't
We're
worry
in.
about that roll.
We're in.
Artwork.
Yeah, and so the door opens wide, and you are all able to just walk right on through. And when you do so, you find yourselves on the second floor.
Oh.
Specifically, you find yourself at the top of the stairway right here in the lower left corner.
I
My
take a piss
God.
in the corner right there.
Okay. You're now a little bit thirstier. But otherwise, you're lower.
Help with that. You want a drink?
Yeah, man. Give me what you got.
Want some grease? Or I got some oil?
You got some milk? Wait, you have grease?
Milk. Milk.
Wait, sorry. Do you have milk or milk?
Either.
I was thinking of Mike Staclosta from Red Letter Media just going like milk.
Well,
Milk.
oh, a true Wisconsin hero.
Right.
The only good person from here.
Hey, man.
Him and Jay and Rich.
I'll take some grease if you got it.
Got some grease? You want some grease?
I take the grease, but I don't drink it. I put it in my inventory.
Okay.
I'm confused.
It's
So
part of my
he-
backstory. Don't worry about
Yep.
it.
He takes the grease, puts it into his pocket. You realize that he is in fact wearing a little vest with pockets on it.
It's a fanny pack.
So based on the
Does he have a JanSport fanny pack?
based on the options that were laid out for him, did we just suddenly learn that Brian, in fact, doesn't have any alcohol on him, but he actually only acts this way because he is incredibly sick?
Oh my gosh. The revelation.
Drinking
Theory.
grease this whole time.
Ew.
My God.
We need to take him to the ER.
Hey man, what are you drinking? Vinegar. What?
I've got a bottle. I've got a bottle. All right.
All right.
We should proceed and try to
Here,
get
honey,
this
drink
started.
this. Oh, mom, what's wrong with that? It's bleach. Drink it.
It's-
I'm gonna peek around the corner, see if there's anybody over there.
So you peek around this corner here.
Mhm.
On the left side, you can see that there is another doorway right here. Otherwise, you can't see anything else down this hallway, but it does look like it turns off this way here. There's another turn.
Hey guys, y'all remember what's down there? Oh wait, hold on. Hey Reggie.
The X's. The mystical X's.
Hey Reggie.
Yes, hello, Croc. What can I help you with?
Hey buddy.
Hello?
Reggie, we're in.
That's good. That's good to hear. What floor are you on right now?
What comes after 1?
That would be 2.
Then we're on that one.
I believe on
Very
the map
good.
it said the tuned floor.
Son of a bitch.
Stay in character. Yes, that would be the tuned floor, or the second floor, as the above grounders call it.
Man,
That's
they're
good.
weird.
That's the main floor where most of the priceless artwork is going to be.
Is there anything down this hallway that we should know? We're right at the beginning.
Well, if I can recall from what Kip had mentioned, there may be a guard patrolling the hallway further down. Or you can try to get in through the door on your left.
So we're trying to
Choice
kill
is
him.
yours.
So we get to kill him, huh?
You probably don't have to murder him. The entire point of having you on this operation is that you can create successful distractions to distract your enemies instead of killing them outright, which is what we are trying to avoid.
I have already gone to the door. That is close
Okay.
to us there.
So you get to the door. It looks kind of similar to the one that you just passed through. Except there's no handle at all.
Sorry.
I'll just try to push it again.
So when you push on it, you hear this kind of like crackling sound, almost like popcorn being popped. And then from the front of the door, there's this like pop, and an eye opens up on the door itself.
I took
Shrigley. Wait, no, it's not Shrigley. That's the neckbeard
punched
hat.
I punched the eye.
Trilby?
You punch the eye.
I punched the initiative.
You punch it,
Straight up.
and immediately feel pain in your hand. The eye is like hard as like marble.
I'll be right
It's just
back.
like this completely solid eye.
I throw the grease at it.
Oh my
The grease
grief.
just splashes off of it and it runs down. Nothing happens. The eye shifts and it looks down towards all of you, and it says, "You must answer my riddle."
That sounds cool, man. What's your riddle, brother?
What?
Challenge accepted. The eye
What?
blinks sideways and changes color.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
And the eye speaks in a different. You use a knife to slice my head, yet weep beside me once I've bled. What am I?
An onion.
The eye pauses for a moment. And then it blinks again. And now it's pure white. No pupil. Just completely white. And it says, Access granted. The eye. The popping noises again. The eye forms down, becomes nothing, disappears. The door slides open.
Oh shit! I was just hungry. I just want an onion.
What?
I had no idea what the riddle was.
I think that door had onions. You think their taste good?
Oh man, these onions, they're so amazing.
Oh, you
That's
know what?
fine.
You pair up nice with some. Or get a shell with some. Yeah.
So what does this room look like?
Have you stepped inside?
Yes.
Okay, certainly. As you step inside, you are now in this room right here. So this is, I don't believe they had named it specifically, but this would be considered the southern wing. It is a very large room. There is art and portraits hung up all along the walls of varying shapes and sizes. And then in the middle of this giant room, there appear to be these 4 long, almost like bookshelves. But each of these walls, there's these 4 walls lined up, and each one of them has further pieces of art, as well as some smaller sculptures and a lot of like informational like text parchments attached up to the wall that have information about the art pieces.
But there's art in here.
Yes. Yep. There's art all along like these outer walls here, and then there appears to be some on these like 4 shelves or like structures as well. Though you can only really see what's on like that first structure there.
This must be the room we were supposed to be in.
I thought you were gonna say this must be the work of an enemy fan.
Hoping.
Is there like anyone in here, seemingly?
Make a roll a d20 for me.
8.
Don't seem to hear anybody. Seems kind of empty.
Gee, nobody came to see the art.
Hey man, that's pretty sad.
By kobolds, we're not that important.
To be
Garbage art.
to be fair, that door was pretty tight.
Well, might as well start taking stuff.
I'm on it.
All right. Anyone who is looking to take this moment to steal some art, please let me know exactly where you are going to steal the art.
Whatever's closest.
Which room are we in right now?
So you are currently in this room here.
Okay, I would like to wait to take my art until. Well, wait. Okay, so the rule said we can take like 3 valuables, right?
There are 3 levels of value.
There's 3 levels of value.
Yep.
Is there a
So
limit to the amount?
depending on the where you steal the art from, there is art of different value and cost on these walls. Where you steal it from is going to determine the type of dice roll.
Okay, so I have, a refined taste, I have an appreciation for the arts. Is there anything in this room that would be of a high that would sell for a high price?
Yeah. So actually over here in this left corner, this like upper left corner, in the corner you can see there is a painting. It's about 11 inches wide, 14 inches high. And it is this extremely detailed painting of a flank of ham.
Even better.
Sitting on a plate with like garnish around it.
I would like to grab.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. That'll be a D6, that piece.
All right. One more time for the history books. Kobold rule. That's a 6. Let's go.
All right, you snatch it. You snatch it off of the wall with perfect precision. And as you go to put it away, you realize this is a painting that is almost as big as you are.
Oh.
Where is it going to go? Where are you going to put this?
My fanny pack.
So, at that moment, you all hear a rain sound in your stones.
Reggie. Hello.
Rich.
Everyone, and remember, you can't hear me unless you put your finger up to your ear. It's the rule.
Remember.
What is
All right, everyone. I completely forgot to mention this to you before. I do apologize, but you're probably wondering how you're going to fit some of this art on your person. Each of you has been equipped with a special fanny pack. This fanny pack is a fanny pack of holding. It will hold
a fanny pack of
considerable
holding?
amount of art inside of it, as if it were a much larger pack.
I know exactly what I'm about to do.
But be warned, it is not completely bottomless, and eventually you will run out of room. So pick and choose carefully which art you want to steal, and go for what is most valuable.
Reggie, one last
God.
question before I lose you. What is the frequency on this crystal for the 1960s Beach Boys rock station?
That would be 14845, Lone.
Oh my god.
Reggie, I owe you a debt that could never be repaid.
Rich. Oh my
You
god.
can repay that debt by calling me by my actual name, thank you.
Reginaldus, thank you.
Yeah, Reggie, thank you.
You're welcome.
I love you. Bye.
So, Bennett,
Yeah.
make a note. All of you can actually do this now that we are at this stage. All of you make note. Give yourself a little space for accumulated art and jewelry. So, Bennett, because you successfully rolled that D6, you're going to add 6 points worth of fine art to your total. So each time you guys are rolling for the art, they're each going to have their own dice, and they'll have their own DC that you're trying to pass. So depending on your roll, if it is a successful one, then you'll add that many points to
Okay.
how much of your total art accumulation.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, I'm checking the room to see if there's anybody in here.
Wait, Goran.
Hello.
I thought about something.
What's that?
He said that we have a limited amount of space. But
Yeah.
what if we somehow combined the fanny packs? We could make them bigger.
A fanny pack inside a fanny pack.
Yes, exactly.
I think HQ will really like this idea.
Yeah.
Cypher will never be able to stop
The
us
Dragon King will really like our ingenuity.
now. Give me your fanny pack.
Yes. I give it to him.
Do you guys do it? Do you put them together?
I give it to him.
Yeah. I put his inside mine.
Okay, I'm right
In
next to him. I'm right next to
I
him.
want you to roll 5 d20s for me.
Yay!
Hey,
All right.
go for it, man. You got
I'll
this.
just do it in D20. I'll just do it in roll 20 because that'd be easier.
I pull out my knife.
I need each individual rolls.
Okay.
Yep, don't worry. I'm marking these
Alright.
down.
The first one is a 13,
Okay.
That's another one of those. That's
I
then
go
a
into my shell.
15,
Okay.
pretty good.
then a 12,
12. Okay.
then a 10,
Oh,
Okay.
maybe.
then a 19.
19. Okay. Yep, that should be all 5 rolls.
Yeah, okay. I rolled an 11 last, but I couldn't.
What are you doing? Shitty bubble. All right, I rolled a 14.
Oh no, this is just Bennett.
Oh, okay.
Bennett is the one actually performing the action of combining the fanny packs together.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So it will just be him rolling this.
I presume this was going to be some type of area of effect type thing.
No, just me. I'm the cool guy.
Sure, it's cool.
I'm the one brave enough to do it.
I'm the one who wins.
Glurn,
Yeah.
you take the 2 fanny packs, and you try to like take one and kind of like stuff it into the other.
Yep.
As you do so, it goes in all the way, and you're able to get like a good amount of like your arm down in there. And then when you go to pull your arm back out, the art that you had in there, comes out with it.
Oh.
It flies back outward, it hits the ground, and shatters.
Are you serious?
You
That's what the law says.
you look, and the art, the frame has been cracked. Part of the actual tapestry itself has been torn. It is unfortunately destroyed,
So I lose all my
and
points?
you lose those 6 points.
Ah!
And I do want to say right now, for anyone who's wondering, there's absolutely a way he could have succeeded that, based on his rolls, where the art would have remained intact. Just for anyone who's
Wow.
curious.
What
I hate
happens to
this
the other
game.
fanny pack?
I'm never playing D&D again.
The other fanny pack. Good thing we're not playing D&D. The other fanny pack flops out, lands on the ground. It appears to be complete.
Dang.
Wow.
Hey
The
man,
salt is real.
that was a good plan. Good job. I'm start doing artwork.
All right. Which wall are you stealing from?
I'm gonna steal from the far end wall.
Which one is that? Is that this one here?
This. Oh wait, hold on. Wrong one. Yeah, this one. Hopefully.
That is way over on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna
I
walk
just-
over that way.
Yeah, I just waddled off.
So as you walk off over to in that direction, you immediately notice as you're passing by the second set of like kind of like bookshelf type sections that have like some art posted on them. You see an elven guard standing there. His back is to you. He seems to be reading one of the texts next.
Like, okay. I keep walking
Okay.
with purpose.
Okay. As you're walking, he finishes reading, turns around. He doesn't see you, but he does hear the gentle pat of your feet and goes, "What was that noise?" And he starts walking sort of down the shelf here towards you.
Okay, I'm gonna go around the opposite side. So, I'm over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go this way and just go behind him.
Okay. Roll. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
I can very much do that for you. 1.
1. You go to like make the tight current turn around the corner, and you accidentally bump your hand against one of the pieces of that's on that hanging on that wall, and it becomes disconnected and falls, hits the floor. It goes pump. The guard hears that and goes, "What was that other noise?" And he quickly comes
What was
around the
that
corner
noise?
I go in my
And-
shell.
and sees you standing there. You said you roll into your shell?
Yep.
All right. So you go into your shell. He comes around the corner and he just sees a giant turtle shell sitting on the ground.
Turtle power.
He kind of walks over and like crouches down.
Wow,
and
these
just kinda
nobles and
looks
their
at the
pet
shell.
turtles.
What are the rest of you doing during this?
I was gonna grab, I guess, whatever closest painting there was.
All right. Where are you looking to grab your painting from?
Well, I guess I was by where Bennett was, so whatever is
Okay.
closest to that.
So next to the painting of the elegant ham that he had attempted to pick up,
I
there
did pick it up.
He did pick it up. There is also a painting of.
Oh shit, no.
There's a painting of a seaside. This painting is about. It's a wider painting. It's more of a landscape instead of a portrait, and it's like 14 inches wide or so. It's this oil painting of a seaside, kind of murky, kind of a cloudy day, and there is a tiny little kobold sitting on a beach with a little umbrella and a little pair of sunglasses. He's just sitting on the beach. Enjoying
God.
the day.
I try to get it into
Roll
my
a
fanny pack.
D6.
All right. 3.
3. You have quite a bit of difficulty getting it like pulled off of the wall. Like it seems like this one they hung on with like multiple hooks or something. So you're like jiggling it, trying to get it moved off. And it is making a little bit of noise. But you do manage to eventually like pull it off the wall, get it safely stowed away into your fanny pack, add 3 points to your art / treasure total.
So,
So-
question.
Franny,
Yes.
you are in shell form. The guard is kind of looking at your shell, examining it, and then he hears this like rustling or like shaking noise of like
Mhm.
something being like taken off of the wall over on the other side. And he looks up and he goes, "What was that other noise?"
Wait, is he so he's holding me in his
Whose noises are these?
He's not holding you. Nope, you're still.
Oh,
on the
he's
ground.
out. Okay.
And so he goes, "What was that other noise?" And he walks past you, and he's gonna come around and currently right here. On this end of that second shell.
Okay.
So Tibley, you see a guard come around the corner and seems to possibly be heading towards your direction.
Wait, who's it here?
Can't hear you.
I was partly talking to myself, but I was kind of just more I asked myself, do I use it here? The answer is yes.
Man,
What are these in the middle? These are like bookshelves?
They're really sturdy, like granite shelves. They're not made of wood, but they're these extremely like 10-foot tall granite shelves that are like lined with all.
I
this
run and
routine
climb up it.
You're gonna run and climb up
I'm
it.
gonna try to get up the shelf.
Roll a d6 for me, my man.
Awesome. 1.
1. Okay, so add 1 to your misfortune total.
Did I have to add that 3 to my misfortune total?
No, that
Okay.
was technically a pass. You just
okay.
passed it by skinning your teeth.
Question. Can I pick up the sculpture that fell with me and put it in my fanny pack?
Roll a d4.
Ooh, a D4.
Yep.
I can do that.
It's a tiny
1.
little bust of a horse.
1.
You go to pick it up, and even though it's really, really small, it seems to be exceptionally heavy, and you can't lift it up enough to throw it into your fanny pack.
Oh,
You
unfortunate.
just set it back down on the ground.
I kick it.
It barely moves, but it does hurt your.
Oh.
Not cool, man. I take a moment to pee on it and then I leave.
The guard just what smells like piss?
And I just move further down the hall.
All right, so Tibley, you were climbing up the shelf, correct?
Yes.
I'm sorry, had you made the roll for that already?
I did. It was 1.
That was the one. Yep. So you go to climb up the shelf. You make it maybe up like a couple feet up it, and then slip, fall back down on the ground, managing to knock over a couple paintings in the process. Is there anything the rest of you are doing right now?
Just a guard.
The guard is currently making his way down this section, so he is now in between these two shelves right here.
Okay.
He's making his way towards where
My way over here, kind of where Croc's at. Sneak through this little. Just go around the corner, not to be spotted.
Okay, roll a d6 for me.
Yeah.
I believe that was a 2. Am I correct? In my
Yeah,
rift
2.
leading?
2. Okay. Add 2 to your misfortune total. So as you try to sneak around, you accidentally kick that same horse that Croc had dropped. And it makes a loud like ting noise. The guard looks up again, turns around, and goes, "What was that noise?"
Whose footprints are these?
I think he's having a stroke.
And he he starts
Joanne.
moving back down that same aisle. He is now heading towards Brian and Croc.
Brian and who?
Croc. Erroneous.
Okay.
I turn the corner right here.
Okay.
My little avatar.
Mhm.
That made to resemble a turtle.
Okay, so you turn the corner, hide over there.
And I steal paintings are right there. Killing 2 birds with 1 shell.
Brian, what are you doing right now?
I want to try to quickly scramble my way back around that corner.
Okay. Yeah, you're both able to kind of quickly make your way back over to the corner there. The guard is still walking in that direction, though. Let's see here. Glern and Tibley, what are you two going to do? The guard seems to have now walked away back to the other side of the hall.
I'm gonna try to get to the next section of the art gallery. So there's more valuable art there.
Okay.
I will as well.
How will you attempt to do that?
The best way to sneak behind somebody is to be right behind them the whole time.
That's gonna take a considerable amount of stealth, my friend. Roll a d6 for me.
Ah!
He dropped it.
I like threw it more like.
You fool.
Ah! Aha! Success! 6.
6. Okay. So you are actually able to run up right behind the guard.
My
and,
wild throwing has worked in my
perfectly
favor.
mimicking his actions. You're able to just kind of walk up behind him, and he does not know that you are there.
Me.
Learn.
By me.
Yeah.
How are you attempting to get through to the other side of the hall?
Well, I think that sneaking right behind the guard is a really stupid idea, so I'm gonna walk down the other end. No guard.
Okay. So you casually walk down the other way. The guard does not seem to notice you. He seems to be kind of trained on that noise that he had heard coming from the other end. But he is rapidly approaching that other side where Heronius and Brian are. Heronius, did you still want to attempt to steal another piece of art?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay. To your left, you can see there is this, like, really small, it's almost like a postcard-sized painting of, like, a little white rose sitting there. If you want to roll a d4 for me.
Ooh, a D4. 1.
1. You try to lift it up, and for some reason, this little postcard-sized portrait is just so heavy. Like, it's even heavier than the horse statue for some reason. And you can't even, like, lift it up off of the shelf. It's just not happening.
I go into my shell.
And I do just want to confirm for everyone, just to be sure, if you roll a 1, or, like, if you fail any of the art stealing checks, those do not contribute towards your misfortune.
Ooh,
Only
okay.
actions where you're rolling a d6 are going to contribute to the misfortune.
Whoops.
So you can take some of those off. Because that's, if we did it that way where it was both, then a lot of you would probably get wiped out pretty quickly. Yeah, so it's just going to be the actions that are that use a d6. Okay, so the guard is now closing in on you guys. He is right around the corner.
I'm gonna quickly scramble over
As
here.
am I.
Okay, so in scrambling over there, you are running in front of the guard. So you run over. He sees you and goes, huh? Wait, what? And he's gonna pick up the pace and run around the corner to follow you.
In his attempt to run away from me, I try to get all up in his legs, make him trip.
You're gonna what?
Said as he tries to run away from me, I try to get all up in his legs and trip him with my whole body.
Okay. Roll a d6 for me.
1.
1. You try to get in, but he actually just ends up kicking you at the back of his ankle as he's walking. And you kind of skitter a few feet back. Add 1 point to your this one.
I will attempt to do something similar and just kind of stick my legs up, push myself in his way as he's walking by, to see if I could do the same thing. Or if he slips on me.
Roll a d6.
I can do that. 3.
You said 3?
Yes.
3. Okay. It is a fail. You try to stick your leg out. He knocks it by without even really noticing.
Being a kobold is hard, man.
Yeah.
Fine.
You take. That's gonna be 3 points added to your misfortune. You also the sheer force of him running into your leg like knocks it weirdly sideways. And it hurts really, really bad. You're actually gonna take a point of damage on it.
Ooh.
Now that these two shenanigans are over, as he's chasing me, I'm going to of oil, slip and slide all over the floor.
Excellent. So go ahead and roll a d6, and you're gonna add 2 to that roll.
My God.
7. Do I get like bonus points?
So, on a 7, that is a success. You pour out this oil on the floor. He goes like, "Whose oil is these?" And then he slips on the oil, falls on his back, and just gets knocked completely unconscious.
Whose
Nice.
oil is these?
Dazed.
All right. I pop out of the shell and I see him unconscious. I shove him in the fanny pack.
You're gonna try to shove him in the fanny pack?
Yes.
Roll. Let me see. What was my human?
10d10.
Human was 3d20.
3d20. Okay.
How is that in your note?
What if they're all ones?
Oh man.
They
Let's
could
see.
all be
Y'all
ones.
really think that I was gonna create a scenario like this and not plan for one of you hooligans to try to shove a humanoid
Shove a
into these
human
bags?
into
Oh,
the
what? Man, if they're all ones,
Right? No,
it'll
I
be
have
amazing.
a 9, a 9, and a 12.
Damn.
None of those are one.
Oof. Ooh, buddy,
Find
no,
this
no.
very disappointing.
You try to shove him into the bag, and he is just literally too heavy for you to try to push in. Like,
I am-
it is just not happening.
I am weak sauce.
Yeah.
Quack, no. Save the room for the art.
No witnesses.
What? What are you talking? Who cares? We're just getting art.
Okay, I put him down. I just follow after.
All right, I'm
Okay.
gonna go up the little. I mean, do I see this doorway here now? By kind of getting into this area.
Yeah, so you guys are now getting into like the area. So on your left, there's a little bit of a hallway expanse and then a door at the end. On your right, you can see two doors that are positioned like kin corner to each.
What do they look like?
Okay, so the door to the immediate right of you looks like a regular door. It just has like a regular handle on it. The door directly in front of you is completely flat with no it's completely flat with no handle. And then the door to your left appears to be a standard door with a handle.
The door to the left seems like a standard door,
Yes.
and so does the right.
Yep.
I say we go to the right, and I'm gonna go left.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Alright, so Tibley, you and Brian head on down left. The other two of you, what are you doing?
I'll go the other way.
I'll follow.
Okay. So
Hey,
Brian, Heronius, and Tibley, you head over to the left-hand side. Glern, you go over to the door on the right. Glern, so you see a door in front of you. Just got a handle on it. Traditional handle. Nothing special.
I open the door. I turn the handle at least.
Okay. You turn the handle. It opens with a loud click. Swings open slowly. No traps or anything spring.
I walk in.
Okay. Glern, your
Yeah.
door is much the same. It is a regular door, has a regular handle on it. It just appears to be closed.
Can I open it?
You can try to, certainly.
I would love to try it.
Okay, so you go to open the door. You turn the handle. You hear a loud click noise. Door pulls open. You don't see anything. It looks like the hallway ends right there, but then it takes a left.
Takes a left?
Yes.
Okay. I will go that way.
Okay, so you go that way. You take the left turn, and so now you are currently in this position here.
Wow.
Yes.
I would like to make another left at the door.
Before you do that, just to kind of describe for you, so there's another left door right here. There's a staircase that leads downstairs. It looks to be the other staircase that Kip told you about. But there's something else also. There is another door section on the right that
What?
isn't on the map at all.
I'm going that way.
Okay, so you open that door, and
The
And
Mona
you
Lisa
open-
is inside.
you open it up, and you walk into this room. It's a somewhat large room, and it is filled to the brim with party favors, streamers, large balloons, all kinds of like decorative ribbon and like glitter thrown about all over the place. There's this giant table. Sitting around it, gathered all around, appear to be about 20 to 25 iguanas.
I
The
just
iguanas. All of the iguanas are gathered around bits of like clothing and little cute little hats, and they're all gathered around this one iguana that's sitting right in the middle. He's got like this white bib on, and he's got a big old party hat, like a triangular party hat. He's got a bib on that says "Birthday Boy," and he's sitting in front of like this huge cake that's got like a bunch of crickets on it that spell out "Happy Birthday." And he's just he's kind of sitting there looking at the cake like.
I just hiss and then close the door.
Upon entering the room,
Uh-oh.
all the iguanas turn and look at you. You hiss and you close the door. And the iguanas go back to their birthday party. Two elves that were standing inside guarding the party. One of them says to the other, "I still don't really understand what the big deal is." And the other one says, "Come on, Jerry, this is a really big deal. He's turning 7. That's big for iguanas. You should be happy for him." And the other guard just like sighs and is like, "Whatever." So now you are back out now into this hallway here.
Okay,
I'm so confused.
I go through the other door on the other side of the hall.
This one here.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so you go through that door. And this door has no handle on it. It's just like a completely faceless black door.
Can I push on it?
You push on it, and you hear a crackling, like popcorn being made.
Oh no, not again.
Crackle, crackle, pop, 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 and an eye appeared. This time the eye is brilliant purple, and the eye says to you, "If you solve my riddle, I will allow you to pass through.
Please provide me with the riddle.
Challenge accepted." And the eye blinks sideways and changes color. And then the eye says to you in an entirely different voice, 2 in a corner, 1 in a room, none in a house, but 1 in a shelter. What am I?
Letter E.
I'm so bad at riddles, dude.
I am too, don't worry.
2 in a corner, 1 in a room. None in a house and 1 in a shelter? Is that what it was?
2 in a corner, 1 in a room,
Oh my god.
none in a house, but 1 in a shelter. What am I?
Fuck, I know the answer. I'm not there though.
You do know the answer?
I do know the answer, but I can't tell you. I'm not in the room, man.
Dude, I'm like the
I was
worst.
actually kidding about my earlier answer, but I think
I'm
that's
like-
really it.
The worst at riddles there ever was.
Hey guys, how we all doing? Y'all
He can
doing
hear you.
okay?
A lamp.
The eye blinks and says, "That is not correct."
Damn. I guess I give.
Okay, yeah. If you have no other options, I suppose it's up to you.
Hold on.
He blows on the door.
He goes back to the cricket room, blows out the candles, just F you. Screw this door.
Nah, I got nothing. I just go the other way.
Okay.
Downtrodden.
What is
I
Very
this
answer
upset.
it though.
Dylan, this one
Yep.
right here.
Yeah, so it would be he is actually at this one right here.
I know, but what's this one do?
That one there, you go up to it. What do you do?
I push on it.
Okay. You hear the crackle of popcorn. The eye opens up, the familiar eye. It says, I have a riddle.
Oh hell yeah, man! Hit me with it.
Here is the riddle challenge.
Oh Lord.
And it repeats to you the same riddle. 2 in a corner, 1 in a room. None in a house, but 1 in a shelter. What am I?
That's a good question, man. I think it's the letter R.
The eyeball pauses for a moment.
Oh man.
That
Duh.
is the correct answer. The
Hey,
eye.
The letter E earlier just because, that's a generic answer. But then I thought about it, it's like, wait a minute, it actually is.
Like, hey,
The
that's
eye, the eye blinks. It is completely white, and then it deteriorates on the door. It disappears, vanishes. The door slides open. Glurn, the door that you were trying to get through
Yeah.
also slides open.
Okay, what's up, man?
Oh hey, Gren, how's it going?
You puff pass, bro.
What?
What?
Oh man, I don't do drugs.
Every day. I don't do drugs every day.
Exactly.
Nah, man, straight as an edge, man.
Exactly.
Could you imagine?
They
if
opened
the
this door I'm in
cops-
front of, right?
I'm as sharp as the needle I put into my arm.
I don't know. Did you follow me?
I was with you.
I go. I
we're
go
in,
into that room.
we're over here.
Okay. So,
We walked into that hallway.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Sibley and Brian are going to that other, into
Mhm.
the door on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Glurn and Glurn and Croc, you enter into this room, and you see, it is a room filled with documents, parchments, rolls, possibly some files that are all kind of like hastily thrown up onto shelves. You also do see a couple pieces of art sitting there, as well as this cabinet with like a door on it that appears to be somewhat locked.
I go to the locked cabinet.
Okay.
I stab my knife into the lock, hoping to open.
Roll a d6 for me.
All right.
Get a 6.
I
Get
got
a 6.
2.
That's not a 6.
That is
6 is
What'd you get?
divisible by 2. Does that count?
2.
not-
So yeah, add 2 to your misfortune.
Yep.
You try to jimmy it with the knife. It just doesn't want to go, and when you pull the knife out, unfortunately, it looks like part of the knife got chipped in the front. So it's a little bit duller than it used to.
That's fine. How big is this cabinet?
Pretty big. It is, just eyeballing it, looks to be about 110 pounds. And is about like 4 feet tall.
I'm gonna try to put it in the fanny pack.
That would be, let's see, 110. That'd be probably 3d20.
3d20 again. Let's do it. Natural 20.
Woo!
5.
Mhm.
Natural 1.
Yay!
Quality of man.
Finally, Dylan gets
You
to
try
do
to-
the critical fail chart.
You try to fit it in, and it just won't go. Franny, if I could have you go ahead and roll a percentile die for me.
All right, no worries. I'm already ahead of you. I got 30.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Hit me with your best shot, big boy.
Can it?
Five!
Decide whether or not this place goes up in flames.
No, that's the other guy.
And trust me, it's gonna.
Heronius?
Yes.
Heronius?
Yes.
We're only delaying the inevitable here. Let's be real.
Heronius, you came on this mission because you specialized in distractions. One of those distractions was magic items, was it not?
Yes.
Yes. What would you say is the most magical item in your...
The
Oh,
gas
no.
bomb.
The gas bomb?
Yep.
You mean the same gas bomb that, as you go to look at it, somehow has lost all of its gas. It is a completely empty bomb.
No,
It's
it's
just
inert. No.
It's a bomb now?
It's not even a bomb.
It's
It can't
a-
detonate.
It's just one of those
In any way,
stupid
it's just
normal
It's just this huge
cans.
ball that you cannot explode or detonate in any way. No.
It's effectively
So-
a glorified can.
but it looks like a bomb. This poses well for my other one. Weapons. I go for the R, and then I'm gonna run back to where the other two are.
Excellent. You do see, so there's going to be kind of like a decent portrait of a duck wearing a coonskin cap. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me on that.
Oh, D4. Ooh, wrong dice. 4.
Four.
No, that's a 2. That's a
Excellent.
2. My bad. That's a 2.
Two. Okay.
Because
so
2
excited.
and 4, such similar numbers.
In the dark, it looked like a 4.
When you go to take the art off, you look at the back and suddenly you realize that it says "Made in Tibet" on the back. Oh, it's completely useless.
I put them in the fanny pack anyways.
Doesn't gonna be worth anything. So you throw it in the fanny pack, but you're not gonna.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn Tibetan manufacturing.
And then I'm gonna run after the other two.
Right outside the other two. Glern, were you wanting to do anything else in this room?
No.
No. Okay.
Progress.
All right.
Always
Go ahead
looking
and.
forward.
Yep. So you go ahead and run off. All four of you are now entering into this room over here on the left-hand side.
Yes.
So essentially, what you enter into is this hallway. That's gonna have all of these columns sitting in the middle. If I could have all of you roll a d20 for me.
Ooh. Here we go.
Woo! Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right. What are the results?
17.
Sorry, we all spoke at once.
11.
That looked like a 17 for Jade if you did not hear him.
17. Okay.
Mine was a 19.
Okay.
Mine was also a 19.
Gotcha.
My man.
Matchers, even. Me.
All right. So all of you are actually able to perceive that there is a guard sitting right here. It looks like Kip was right on the nose, and X marks the spot. There is indeed a guard perched right there. He's just standing there, minding his own business.
Incroyable.
Let's just quickly go up this hallway.
Yeah.
Let's go try to get here as fast as possible.
Okay.
Is there any artwork on these pedestals, or are they just like...
Is there? There is art perched on each individual pedestal with its own parchment explaining its historical significance. And perched on top of each pedestal is also a small statue.
this one?
You're gonna go for that one there?
Facing us, right?
Sure. Yep. Okay. Are you going to go for the portrait that's on it or the statue at the top?
Yeah.
Can you repeat that? Statue. Okay. Roll a d6 for me.
Do it.
3. You go to reach for the statue up at the top. You kind of like scramble up to the top of it. You manage to just grab onto it and pull it down, but in doing so, you do make a as you kind of clamber back down, and the guard wakes up out of his stupor and says, "Huh? Noise that was what?" You can add 3 points to your turn.
Damn, bruh. Glorn will be right back.
I am at the door, seeing what I can do to open it.
This door right here.
Yep.
Okay.
You can
That
do it.
appears to be a. It appears to be a completely flat door with no handle on it at all.
No, I know the drill. Put both hands on it.
Okay. You put both of your hands on it. There's the crackle of popcorn, and the eye appears. It flashes, it blinks, and speaks into you in a deep monotone voice. So, like, do you want to come in or not?
Yeah, man. Sound
Yeah,
okay?
okay, look, here's the riddle, whatever.
Alright, hit me with it, brother.
Of the king I am blue, and of the peasant I am red. Of the frog I am cold, and of the dog I am
Oh
hot.
shit, brother, you're blood.
The eye blinks.
Why do you know all of these riddles?
One,
That's
two.
what I'm kind of wondering. I'm like, what?
Hey, man,
Blue-
a lot of my thinking is
Or the red peasants and blue nobles.
connected.
Who's with your friend? I got it.
You just seem to know all these riddles, which is still what is alarming to me.
I'm shocked myself, to be honest.
Anyway,
Riddle.
I can think of maybe one riddle off the top of my head that I know.
we will explore Franny's hidden knowledge of riddles.
Psychosis a little more
Yes.
later.
Yeah.
That'll be for the
eye-
podcast on Tuesdays.
The eye blinks rapidly, and says, "Hey, you're pretty good." And then it just crumples, and the door opens up.
That's
slides
some
out.
good ass
Pretty.
riddles.
Good. Alright. Hey, the door's open. I say a little bit.
I immediately walk in
You mean
as
walk
he's
in?
saying it. So I'm next to him.
Let's see. Glurn is still away. Brian, you have gotten that piece of art, and you now have a guard who is awake and is heading towards your direction. What do you want to do? Do you want to follow them into that same room?
It's pretty close to me, so won't press my luck any further. There.
All right. So you run around to join the others. Glurn, are you in the same position?
Where was the position again?
So everybody is now running up to this doorway up here. Heronius just solved the riddle of this door and opened it.
Yes,
And
I would
the
like
riddle
to
was
follow
blood.
along because I want to get to the value.
So all of you are now
That's
gathered outside the door. The door has just slid open after Heronius revealed the answer of blood. You all step inside. You see before you a room that is covered in blood.
Oh,
There are streaks of blood all over the walls. You can see that there was some pieces of what must have been priceless kobold art here that has been smattered with blood, ruined forever. And you see the completely desecrated bodies of 3 guards laid out.
Hey, man, it's my people. I started trying to put one in the fanny pack.
Did you
Roll 3.
already kill these guys?
Nope.
Roll the 3d20.
That's a
Wait,
3.
as I say, you putting the man in the.
Yep. That's a 12. That's a 6.
Uh, yeah, okay. Yeah, unfortunately, this one is also too big. It just doesn't want to fit into the fanny pack. You're not strong enough to lift it.
One day I'll have a body.
Got it. I have a plan. But first, we need to look at the door into the next room.
Indeed.
But I have the greatest plan.
Opening new doors is like Terrace house.
I'm gonna go to the one that's up here.
Okay. You go up to the door. It is completely flat. You suspect it is probably another door with an eye and yet another riddle puzzle awaiting.
I push the door.
Nothing happens.
I push the door again.
Nothing happens.
I push the door again.
I push it with him.
The two of you push the door, and you hear this sickening sound, just like. And you watch the eye form, and as it forms into place, there is a knife that has been shoved into the pupil of the eye.
Oh.
Hey. That's a new knife for me.
No! Door friend!
Door. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Door!
Door!
Door.
Door.
Door!
Door.
The door itself shakes and rattles and thunders, and you can hear this very soft, quiet screaming coming from the door. The screaming is exceptionally high-pitched. It's so piercing and loud that all of you feel this shattering noise as the obsidian stones in your ears crack and fall away.
My god.
Oh god.
That's the worst earwax I've ever had.
The door crumples and bends and screams and then screeches over to the side and opens.
I had a dream like this one time.
So can I see on the other side?
You can see nothing. It is pitch black.
Cool. I walk in then.
Everyone else, what do you do?
I'll follow. I want to get my art. I want to appease the king.
I will go on my shell and push myself along into the room.
I'll kick him forward and follow.
Get in the room.
Everyone walks into the pitch black room. You cannot see anything. You do not hear anything. Until there's a sudden flare of flame as these giant torches and this candelabra hanging above ignite, illuminating the room. And you see around you as you enter into the grand northern hall where you were promised the greatest riches, the most prized artwork would be kept and stored. You see bare walls.
Oh.
You see these magnificent T-shaped columns that were supposed to bear their own jewel, stripped empty. You see the grand wall in the center, completely laid bare, visible spots where art once hung. All of it is completely gone.
Those damn elves.
And then you hear from the distance.
Oh my god.
You all did so well to come this far.
We didn't do that much.
Truly, I picked the best kobolds for the job.
Oh no. Is it all coming together?
And out from the shadow steps Reginaldus Ratchet.
Oh my god. It is just like Metal Gear.
Or my brother. Ah!
Brother!
Reginald steps forward.
Reggie!
Everyone, thank you for. Would you stop clapping?
Hey, you started. I just thought I would join in.
Yes, well. All of you, I must congratulate you. You fell exactly into my trap as I intended. You see,
No problem.
I grow tired of the Dragon King's ways. I'm sick of being his second-hand man. The elves, they promise me a prosperous life, a dignified life. And all I have to do is ensure that the art becomes theirs, and frame a few kobolds along the way for murder. The kobolds are incarcerated, and I get to walk away with the rest of the art that they supposedly stole. It'll be an easy pin. After all, you are carrying evidence on you. Jansport brand fanny pack.
I walk up to
I'm
Rich.
poking him. I'm like poking him on the shoulder.
My
Stop
fanny,
poking me. I'm trying to monologue.
my fanny pack is
wait,
a
what is-
Skechers brand.
What is like behind him and stuff? Like what's around him?
So, you have all come into the main hall here. So you are, I'd say you're standing about here at this point. He is right here at this point, kind of walking towards you guys.
Okay, so there. What is
You're
like
approaching
the,
us.
What is like the? What is like? What are the like the walls and all that stuff? Like what is that stuff?
So the wall is made of pure granite, kind of like those like shelves you saw earlier in that other room.
Mm.
And Reginald sees that you're noticing the wall, and he says, "Isn't it extravagant? Incredible elven craftsmanship. And you know what else?" And he snaps his fingers, and you see these T columns, these structures in this wall. They shake, and then they slide down into the floor, and the room, the floor is now completely flattened out. The room is now wide and expansive.
Amazing.
They have magic properties as well.
So he doesn't seem to have any trouble with us just going up to him and just poking him, I guess.
I would recommend not doing. So as you go to poke him,
The last time he told us to do
there's
something.
there's a flash of blue, and he teleports about 20 feet away from you.
Should I walk up to him slowly again and poke?
There's a problem though.
Hmm.
Well, you have to go. It's in the other room.
What's in the other room?
I mean, the paintings are still there, but like we there's some stuff. There's some guys over in the other room.
You mean the ones who will come across us and immediately see you as the thieves and the trespassers and will arrest you?
No, I mean the one that's knocked out. He fell and something hit his head. He
I'm
probably
not
needs to
very-
see a physician.
I'm not concerned about him right now. I don't think
What?
it's a problem.
What?
I'm
How
not.
could you be so mean?
Is it not? Listen, I'm trying to give my monologue.
You're what?
My monologue.
You're what?
My
It's
monologue.
coming off as more of a soliloquy.
You're and my fire breath comes out as I burp the biggest burp ever.
All right. Roll roll 3d6 for me.
All right, cool. All right, that's a 5. That's a 3. It's 4.
All right, so your highest was a 5.
Yeah.
Okay. You do manage to burn him, and he takes some damage. His cloak that he wears, his dark gray cloak, catches on fire. He teleports again away from you about 15 feet, spins around. He goes, so it's fighting you want then.
I'm
He
sorry.
takes the cloak.
I had a bad lunch.
He takes the cloak and he whips it off of him and rotates it around. As he flips it around and reverses, the fire dissipates, and he whips around, pulls the cloak back on, and it is now this brilliant dark blue with a silver lining.
I chucked a non-usable bomb at his head.
Okay. Roll a d6 with a +2 bonus.
Ooh. That's 4.
It's a 4 total.
Yep.
All right, so that's gonna be a failure. You chuck the ball,
Yeah.
reaches down, and pulls from his jacket this somewhat long katana blade, and slashes the ball out of the air, slicing it perfectly in half, and it falls to the ground. He holds the blade out to you and says, "You'll die, and I'll be the hero to the elves. I'll be the one who saved their artwork and defeated the thieves who came to steal it."
Okay, are you done monologuing now?
Yes.
Turn, hold on. Okay. My bottles, all my booze, my oil, my grease. Throw them everywhere. This whole
But-
room's gonna be covered in all of it.
I was gonna say,
All of
so
it
did my
dec-
fire, by the way, like also hit any of like the floorboards or anything like that?
Any of the floor?
Yeah.
No, not really. The floor itself isn't made of wood. It's made of kind of a similar marble material to what the structures are made of, actually, like the wall and the T
Okay.
columns.
Just hoping a
But you
small
did
fire
definitely
would form.
burn. You definitely burned him. He did take noticeable damage from that.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily my goal in that.
Gotcha.
This is more hoping potentially like a rug or some
Unfortunately,
drapery
there
would
are
catch
no.
on fire.
Yeah. So Brian, you throw out all of these bottles and everything. Roll a d6 and add +2.
Shouldn't have. I'm actually drunk. What the hell?
What
did you
numbers
roll?
do you have?
5.
7.
+2.
Oh my.
You're
Okay,
ready?
yeah, 7.
7. Okay.
Strong moment.
Yep. So you throw out all of these bottles. This is the oil and alcohol.
Oil, alcohol, grease.
Yeah, all
all
of
of
it.
it.
So now the floor is covered in oil, wine, alcohol, ale, the thick grease. It's just all over the floor.
Now that that's done. 4.
Is it Oh, go for it. Sorry.
I'm drunken master now. I've all my alcohol. 4. Hours.
Yeah, man. What he said. Pull out my knife.
All right. Reginaldus holds the blade in his hands and says, "Let us begin. Fight!" Everyone, you have entered combat.
Oh my god.
Time to use your distractions to your best ability to try and defeat the evil Reginaldus Ratchet. Roll initiative. Everybody's rolling a d20.
Hey.
9.
6.
Also a 6.
Amazing. What was that, Jade?
I think he's at 5. Yep.
Amazing. I rolled the highest out of the 4 of us with a 9. Wow. Truly.
Tibley, it is your turn. I want you to actually roll another d20 for me
Sure.
at disadvantage.
All right, sure. 10.
10. You feel really frustrated and angered by the fact that you've used your fire breath, and while you were able to damage him, it's not quite enough. It's not what you were looking to do.
It wasn't what I was looking to do at all.
Yeah, so it's like
I just had really bad indigestion.
I missed my one shot, my opportunity to blow. You can go ahead and make an action if you would like. If there's an action
Cool.
you would like to take.
So yeah, I want to go kind of to the. Can I see the other room at all still?
The other
the
room
blood
on
room?
this side.
Like the blood room and stuff?
Yeah, you can see the doorway that led into the.
But like, can I not see into that room at all? Or is
No,
it, like,
weirdly enough.
pitch black still as well.
Yeah, it's pitch black. The room you're in has now illuminated, but then the doorway to the other room, it has.
So if I like walk to it, what happens?
So you walk towards the doorway. Roll a d6.
6.
6. You run towards the doorway. There is a flash as Reginaldus teleports next to you and swings to decapitate you, but he misses.
Personnel,
And
kid.
you're able to make it to the doorway, and you're right there.
I believe it,
As
like-
you get to the doorway,
I just do like the, oh look, swings.
as you get to the doorway, you're able to now see a little more clearly back into that initial.
I want to set the painting on fire.
Inside that room.
Yeah, there's like the bloody painting, so I want to set one on fire.
All right, you have used your action, so we'll have to see on your next turn if
Okay.
you're able to pull that off. It is now Reginaldus' turn. He tried to make an attack opportunity against you and failed, so he's gritting his teeth. He's frustrated. He turns around and he looks at Heronius. He is going to make an attempt to swing at you.
Hey, man.
Is it
Cool.
Heronius or Hieronymus?
Hieronymus.
Is it Hieronymus?
Was
I had it
the
written as
way-
Heronius.
The one you
entire time.
spelled, yeah, I was gonna say the one you spelled for me. It looks a lot like Hieronymus.
Yeah.
So at
Rock
first I
the whole
thought you were
time.
really just going for some type of Hieronymus Bosch type thing.
No, it's an actual Renaissance paint. Hieronymus cock.
Yes, I did look that one up. I felt the reference. The only reason I had the problem with it was because I felt the reference was too deep.
So
I would like have to have a
Reginaldus
picture hidden somewhere on the overlay, and really I wasn't about to do that.
swings for you. He tries to swing at you with his sword, but he ends up missing as well. It just kind of like clangs off of your shell. And his turn is over. Hieronymus, it is now your turn.
Hey, man. Master Ingrown Toenail taught me some shit. I went slash him with my dagger.
All right, roll a d6 and add 2.
Yeah.
So
That's
was your
6.
distraction talent to cut?
No, it's weapons.
Oh, just weapons. Okay.
Yeah, weapons is one of his distractions. So
Excellent.
With the stab wound.
you slice at him with the knife, and you manage to nick him really good on his arm, and he goes, "Ah, I'm distracted now," and he momentarily kind of drops his guard.
You fuck, sir boy.
You mess with the wrong kobolds.
Brian, now it is
Oh,
I'm gonna fucking cut you. And not feel
The
anything
place
bad
has
about
been creased, soaked, and
it. Oh shit.
with my lightning breath directed directly on him.
All right, roll 3d6.
Ah, shit, I only got the one. Okay.
Well, there you got it, man.
Roll the d6 3 times.
I remember all your numbers.
Another 3.
Come on, man. You play a rogue in the regular campaign. You know, you got to be able to be willing to hit these d6s.
I got a 3, a 3, and a 6.
Okay, so your highest roll is a 6. You
Oh, no.
ignite the
Franny, I
grease
saw
and the
that.
oil underneath Reginaldus, and it just like erupts and like catches him on fire, and he thrashes around and goes, "Oh no, fire's bad!" And he just like flips around, taking like multiple points of damage. He's clearly heavily burned. His beautiful robe is now singed terribly. His hair is flopping about.
Does he drop his sword?
And he thrashes about.
No.
He goes and he teleports. Brian, roll me a d6 plus 2.
It was 5.
He teleports and flashes away about another 15-20 feet or so away from you all. But he keeps the sword. It is now Glorn's turn.
Okay, how long is our range of breath?
Your fire breath's range, it would be, I'm gonna say 30 feet.
Okay. So can I still see him though? I mean, is he like in my range?
He's almost out of range. He is about like 25 feet away from you, right?
But he's still within it. Okay, Glorn like points, flips his head, and then points in his JoJo fashion. It's like, now you're within my distance. And then he uses his ice breath because he's on fire. Then he'll be frozen. It's like snap.
All right, roll 3d6 for me.
It's how they beat
how
Doctor
science
Doom in the
works.
first Fantastic Four movie.
That is how science works.
The rubber when it gets super frozen to everything else.
Exactly.
That's a 3, 5, and a 1.
All right, so your top roll is a 5. He does get hit with this blast of icy coldness, and he thrashes about even more, and he goes, the roof of my mouth, brain freeze,
Oh, it's always the worst. Oh.
And he teleports again, and now he's back over closer to the door, by the door where Tibley just ran into. Tibley, it is now your turn. Roll me a d6 and add 2.
My MO must be used. 6.
6. That is a success. You ignite a fire in your soul. You think about how Reginaldus wasted your time and made you guys come all this way just so he can the theft on you and get away with the riches and the clout. Doesn't he know how expensive clout is nowadays? Especially with how oversaturated the market is? What a dillweed. And as your anger and your aggression builds up inside of you, suddenly your inner fire reignites. You're able to read back and breathe your fire weapon again. And it ignites the carpet on the ground, and it ignites the walls, and all the art on the walls burns and catches a flame and sparks and pops. And everything is burning.
Head fire!
Fire!
The other guard
Everybody
from before,
flee!
The other guard from before that Brian had accidentally alerted rushes in. He goes, "What was that? No, oh my goodness! It's fire and blood and bodies and fire. This is very bad. We should all get out of this crowded theater as soon as possible." And he's going to
You're
turn
right.
around, and he's going to run back the other way, screaming, "Fire! Fire! Fire!" as he runs out and down the stairs to alert everyone else.
I mean, can we follow him?
Yeah.
You have used your action,
Okay.
I'm afraid. It is now Reginaldus' turn. Reginaldus teleports back towards Brian, and he is going to take a swing at him. He misses just barely.
And he missed.
He goes to thrust forward, but he just misses, and as he does so, he whispers in and says, "Hurt me more," and then swings back around and gets back into like a defensive stance.
Oh my god.
Okay, Reggie, let's calm down here for a minute.
The fire is continuing to burn. It is just erupting. It is momentous.
I am here to king shame you here, Reggie, but can you like relax for a minute?
Croc, it is now your turn.
All right. Does Reginaldus have his back to me because he's facing?
Yes, he is facing Brian right now. He's not.
You fool!
I come up behind him and I say, "I can smell you," and I'm gonna stab at him with my knife.
It's like when
Roll
somebody would
that.
hug you in high
shit,
school and be
Daddy.
like, "You smell like peaches."
Roll the d6 and add 2.
That's an 8.
Nice. You come up behind him and you say, "You smell like peaches." And he goes to turn around and you stab him right
it's like
in the
I'm back in
back
high
of-
school.
like in the back of the rib, like get him right good in there. And he twists his body around and he says, "Et tu, Croc?" And he pulls away and blood spatters out, covering everything. He looks around and you can see he's in very rough shape right
This is my kink.
now. Brian, it is now your turn.
I pretty much used everything I got. But I'm going to take emptied and just start chucking them at him.
Okay. Just go ahead and roll a regular.
So regular D6.
Yeah, just a regular d6, no bone.
2.
You try to chuck them at him, and he's managing to, even in his like really weakened state, he's able to kind of dodge them out of the way, and you see he kind of like bunts a few of them away with his katana. And he's like, "Why won't you idiots just die already?" As he's saying this, the fire that Tibley has started is growing. It is burning. The other room is engulfed in flame now, and it's starting to it is starting to expand into this room now, and it reaches some of the oil that's sitting on the ground. And as it does, it catches, and the flame ignites even more, and a ring of fire encircles around the room, leaving the only way out to be through that door, that room that's currently engulfed in flame. Glurn, it is now your turn.
Hey, you're gonna fucking kill him. You got this.
Yeah, all I've got is like a frying pan.
Well, and as we have learned from the great battle royales of our age, it is the deadliest weapon.
I'm gonna swing it.
Roll a d6.
I believe in you.
I'll
That's a
cook
6.
you, Reginald.
Kobold!
Oh my god, that's not the killing blow. I swear to God.
So you, Reginaldus, sees the fire like arcing around him, He's like, no, everything's falling apart. And as he like turns to make his escape, he is met Looney Tunes style with a frying pan. Boom! Right to the
No.
face.
No, what actually happens is like my fanny packs to the side, and then I'm looking down, and I like clip up the zipper with my thumb, and then just like shing, without the frying pan
I turned my frying pan
into it.
All right, so you bring the frying pan up. It just collides into him. Several of his
Yes.
teeth get knocked out of his mouth. And he flies up and over and lands on his back in the middle of all the oil and the spilt liquor.
Woo!
As the flame is erupting upward. Tibley. it's your turn.
Kobolds rule! Everybody run! I start fleeing and while following the guard.
Alright, so you flee through that room that was originally blood. You flee out the door. See here. You're able to pretty easily make your way down and around the guard site. Which way are you going to go?
I'm gonna go. So so I don't see him. Like I can't really follow him out.
No, you don't see him
Okay.
at all.
Well, so I would go through this way
Mhm.
if I was running, and since I would see this door open, like these two doors open, I would actually just run through here.
Okay. So you run through there, just at breakneck speed, and as you do, so you come into this hallway here. So you can see there's a staircase leading downstairs. There's a door on the left, and then there's also a door on the right that has flung open, and you are now seeing dozens of iguanas run out of the side, all covered in various like party favors and such. And they are flanked out by two elven guards, one of them cradling this small little iguana with the birthday boy
Oh,
thing on him, cradling him and running out with him as they all make their escape down the staircase.
I follow them.
Okay, so you follow them down the staircase.
I'll pretty much just be following them the entire way out.
It is Reginald. Reginald is in the oil, covered in oil and burns and blood. Brings himself up onto his elbows and then up onto his knees. And he looks up at the rest of you in the room. He spits out another tooth. And he says, "You think you may have won this time, but I'll be back. There's still greater treasures to find, to claim for myself so that I can take my rightful place as the heir to the true leader's throne. Tiamat will see me as her champion." And he jumps up and apparates, teleporting over to the other side of the room, and actually starts making his way towards this door over on this side of the Great Hall.
Which one again?
He's actually heading up over to this door.
Oh, okay.
Croc, it is your turn.
All right. If I throw my knife, is there a chance I could hit him?
Roll a d6 for me.
That's a 2,
+2.
4.
You throw the knife, you aim true, but as you throw it, it sails through the air, and it hits the wall right next to him. He stops for a moment, looks over his shoulder, smirks, says, "Nothing personal, child," and then bashes through the door and runs out. The rest of you, you are now in this great hall covered in oil and blood and alcohol and searing with fire. The fire is erupting around you. It's wrapping around, whipping and twisting everywhere, quickly engulfing everything in sight. What are you going to do?
Hey guys, you know we should probably get the fuck out of here.
Crook, I need you to go turtle form. Quick!
Did I go into turtle form?
Oil, skidding.
Yeah, we should get the fuck out of here.
I think what
Away.
Jay is saying, he's gonna ride me and my shell through the grease out of the way, hopefully picking up Bennett, whose name I already forgot.
Gorn.
Born. There he is.
Here I am.
You pick up
In
Glorn,
your
you hop
can.
onto the shell, and you kind of surf your way out of the room. Are you trying to follow the same path that Tibley took?
Yes.
Yep. So you ride through this room. It's absolutely covered in fire. All of you take. All of you take 4 points of fire damage because the room literally engulfed in
Should I
fire
have taken
entirely.
that when I went through the last turn?
No, you were at a point when you left. The fire was considerable, but it wasn't enough. You were still able to kind of run past it.
Excellent. My cowardice pays off.
The rest of you, so you make your way down the other. See now that the columns are starting to ignite and flame. Make your way around the corner. Which way you're going? Where are you trying to?
You're in the shell, bro. You get to decide.
Yep. I'm just a shell.
I'm just a shell along for the ride.
I'm still just a shell.
The way we came in, right?
All those doors are open, yeah.
Yeah, should be.
Which staircase are you planning to take?
Maybe the back one?
That's the only staircase I know of, so I'm going towards that one.
Okay. Yep. So you head straight down. You go around the corner to that same staircase that Tibley.
Grab shell, dudes!
Yep. You grab shell. You ride on down.
What?
As you hit the base of the staircase, I'm gonna need all 3 of you to roll.
Oh boy.
Roll what?
Roll what?
A D6 probably. I would say it's probably your whether or not you each.
I rolled a 3.
2.
And a 1.
You hit
Wow.
literally the first step and just bomb. You completely fall head over heels over each other.
We'll
tumbling
ride
down.
this shell down.
Takes 2 points of damage as you.
Can I argue that because I'm in the shell that I don't take any damage?
You take 2 points of damage.
All right, I'm dead.
You're dead.
Yeah.
I'm at 1 health.
Wait. You said you're in the right?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's riding you down it.
Yeah. Huh?
Let me hang on. Oh,
Tibley wins.
the dice. You take 1 point of.
Oh, I'm still alive.
And that's the other 2 of you. You take 2 points. You have no shell. You take the staircase. As you tumble down, you reach the bottom of the staircase. All 4 of you are now in the same spot, down in the first floor. You can see that the first floor of the art gala is being evacuated. Everybody's running out. They're screaming and yelling, just absolute chaos. What do you do? Where do you go?
Jump out the window.
Which window?
The window we came in from.
No,
It's the
that-
easiest to leave.
All right,
one
so
we came in from.
you run across the gala, completely going past the front. You run over to the other side where the window is. I'm going to need everybody to make one more D6 check for me.
Ooh, that's a 5.
That's
Got a
18.
6!
That's put,
I
that
rolled a 3 again.
puts me at a
Two.
12 for the
Alright.
misfortune dice.
All right, so Brian, you are able to jump through the window with ease. Everyone else, you all jump at the exact same time to go into the window and smash into each other onto the.
No!
You get back up. You are still inside this gala. What are you doing?
I guess one at a time. Climb out the window.
Yeah, man, go. I believe in you. I
Yeah,
trust
one at
all
a
of you
time.
like my brothers.
Who's
Even
going
though I
first?
hate my brothers.
I will.
Roll a d6.
Another one. Oh god. Oh, that's a 2.
You try to get up onto it, and you look down. You notice that you're kind of covered some of the from before.
Damn grease.
Yep, I go to the base of the window and I go into my shell. Do it. Get out of here. Use me as your leg up.
I hop on Croc and then ride him out like a shell, like the spinner in Twilight Princess.
Where are you riding him out the window?
Yeah.
If you try to do that, there will not be enough room for you in between. Oh no!
No.
You popped the window out earlier.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, we did.
Did you, wait, were you operating under the idea that we didn't do that?
No, for some reason I remembered it for when Jade got through, but I didn't remember it for just then.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah.
So does my
go
fail still a
ahead,
fail?
Roll the d6 for me. Yes, it is.
Oh,
Roll
damn.
the d6 for me.
Okay. That's a 3 again.
Does he get +2 because we're
He
helping?
gets +2. It's still gonna be a failure.
Math foils us again.
No.
The true foil. Math.
Brian, you are on the outside. You're the only one who made it. To assist your teammates in getting through this window.
If I'm able to like lend him a hand pulling him through, let's not let me go back in there.
Yep, I'll allow you to do that. The rest of you inside, do you want to make another attempt to get?
No, I'm just gonna run out the front door.
Okay, so Tibley just screw it and runs around the corner to run out the front door. He heads right out the front door with no problem, and runs outside to relative safety. The other two of you, what are you doing?
I'm
I
gonna
go
try
to
the window
hide in that
one more
bush we
time.
came in from.
Okay.
I'm gonna also try the window one.
All right, so you get to roll a d6 and you get to add +2 because Brian is helping you.
7.
4.
4. Okay. Croc, you are able to finally get pulled through, and Glurn, you try to like come along with him, but you slip on some of that same grease that was covering Tibley as well, and you fall back down onto your back.
Okay, screw this. I'm going out the front door.
All right. So, as you go to run out the front door, there's a large crashing sound as one of the rooms from above that has been completely engulfed in fire collapses and crashes down towards you as you're trying to make your way to that front door. I need you
Orange.
to roll me a d6 plus 1.
You got this, buddy.
You
I
can
believe
do
in
it.
you.
Roll a
You with 1 hit point.
5.
Raise up.
Kobolds!
What's up? Get that flesh RNGs.
That's a 7!
You run forward, screaming out
Kobolds
Kobold's
rule.
as you slide underneath all the debris falls.
The oil slick is helping you out.
You kick up.
Murder and helpful.
You do a forward somersault flipping through the air, and land on your feet and run out the front door just as everything explodes outward in this huge explosion of fire and dust and wind. Everyone else outside claps. They have to admit it was a really cool thing that you just did. Even the firefighters are impressed. You run outside and you're able to rejoin the rest of your kobold friends as you all escape off into the night. Tibley, as you're all running away, you turn around and look. And you look at the top of the gala, and as you do, you can almost just make out a shadow standing up top, katana in hand, before it disappears into the night.
What was that?
What was that?
And
That's
with
a
that,
bad trip, man.
you all run off to make your way back to Koboldkin to safety. So, a little bit of a time skip. You make your way back, safe and sound, back home. You all are being rushed immediately to the king's lair. The guards let you in without hesitation. They know who you are. They know what you have done. You all run inside, and the king is there and greets you. Hey, everybody, it's me, the Dragon King.
We stand Dragon King.
Wow,
I heard you had some difficulties. I'm glad to hear that you're all right, though. I'm glad you all made it in peace.
Hey,
And I'm sorry
man.
to hear about whatever it was that happened with Reginaldus. You know, I thought he was
Who?
a good guy, but maybe I was wrong.
I just
Anyway.
lost my
Who?
knife.
Anyway, I want you all to know that I'm proud of you. I love you. I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's actually my birthday tomorrow, so you know it was a really nice
Oh,
gesture
happy birthday, man!
to do this heist for me the day before my birthday. I really appreciate it. I know it went on a little bit long. Apologize for that, but yeah, really cool thing to do. So anyway, why don't you turn out your Jansports and let's see how much art you collected. So everyone, if you could let me know.
Hold on, let me go first. You're gonna be
All right.
really impressed by this one. Okay.
Everyone,
I unzip my fanny pack and open it up onto the ground. Nothing. There's nothing. I had 0.
all right. Who's next? How many points do you have?
I'll go up. Hey. Yeah, man. Here we go. Shake it out. Nah, I got nothing.
All right. Brian.
Over in ages. Okay. Oh, keep it together. Here you go. 3.
3 points. Okay.
Oh, damn.
He the king nods.
Drink.
And says, oh, hey, that's not too bad there. Got a couple little nice trinkets there. I like that. And he turns to you, Tibley. So Tibley, we've seen what everyone else was able to accomplish. What did you get?
Where'd I get this fanny pack? I open it and like hold it upside down.
Mm-hmm. How many points total did you have?
3.
3. So you empty out your art onto the Dragon King looks to you. He looks to Brian. He looks back at you. He looks at Brian again. He says,
Would you accept this rose?
well,
You
golly,
are my rose, you are my...
I didn't think we'd have a tie. You know what that means to me? You two, you got 3 points worth of treasure. And these two, they got 0 points. You know what that says to me?
Mortal
That says
Kombat.
teamwork.
That's It says
It says that you all worked together as a team and made sure that you got the same amount of treasure together, whether it was 3 or none. I like that. It shows true kobold spirit. So you know what I'm gonna do? All of you are gonna be in line for the throne when I eventually pass away.
Oh no, it's happening now.
Hey, man, that's pretty swell. What does that mean?
It means that you'll get to be 1/4 of a king someday. Pretty cool.
That's like
Wow.
more than a 7th.
That's more. That's the most 4th I've owned of anything.
You own something?
No.
There's a tap, rapid tap, bang! The dragon lair doors bang open. A small little kobold with these large glasses and like a little hat runs in and he's carrying a scroll. He says, my king, I have message. And he runs up and he hands the king the scroll. The king takes the scroll and he reads it. He looks over at his brow. For the first time, he sees brow furrowed. And then deeper. He almost looks concerned. King turns to you all. He says, my friends, newfound quarter kings of Koboldkin. I like that. It's a cool title.
Yeah.
I'm afraid
I paid.
I've got some... I'm afraid I've got some terrible news for you all. It looks like another heist has been perpetuated. And it could be at the hands of Reggie.
Who?
You see,
Reggie!
200 miles away from us, on the great Latorian River, there is a ruin filled with the mystical tea of Arizona.
I thought he was kidding. Y'all thought he was kidding.
It looks like Reggie wants to steal the tea, but we're gonna have to beat him to it. What
You know
say
that a
you,
line in
gang?
that would have to be, all right, so here's the tea.
So what's the tea, sis?
All right, gang. And he looks to all of you, his proud kobolds that worked so hard to steal him this treasure, that defeated Reginaldus, that foiled his plans. He looks to you all and he says, "Go, kobolds!"
Kobold!
rule!
I'm
The
so
drink.
high right now.
And that's where we'll end tonight's
Hey.
Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. That ran super long. I apologize. I know
No, it was super
it's a
fun.
hefty one.
No,
But I
Dylan,
hope
thank you.
guys- I hope you guys had a blast doing that. It's a ton of fun putting all that together. Man,
That was a lot
what
of
a barrel and a
fun.
half. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. And based on Kobold Endeavor by Grant Howitt, please check him out at Patreon, patreon.com/GSHowitt with 2 T's. He is a phenomenal game. He has made a ton of one-page RPGs like this. A lot of these he basically gives out for free, so please consider donating to him out. And thank you for tuning in to Natural One RPG. We play regular D&D. This is not our usual fare. So if you tune in on Tuesdays, Fridays, you're just here playing our regular campaigns or stuff. So until then, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining me in playing. I am gonna go sleep now. Everyone, farewell, and may the kobolds be with you.
Alright,
Bye, guys.
Later.